If you were to shoot a guided missile at an aircraft, it would most likely bring the aircraft down. And there'd be screaming and flame. And people... One of them might... And think... Kill them all. I could start, but I'm just listening to the music at this point. Come on. I don't want to interrupt things. Bring the good vibe with you. It's here to stay. Take a seat. Spare one. Bring a friend. Have a cuppa. Scream up some virtual cars on a screen for 3.5 hours. Welcome to a Sunday stream, the first in a while. I did not see you last weekend. Fuck me, it's been flat out this whole week. And even today, we're live on BeamNG again because, one, I did not finish my work last night. Oops, misjudged that one. And second of all, Chevsky's not here to join me for Funky Finds, which is what we're supposed to be doing. So no Funky Finds, that'll probably be next weekend. Fucking hope so. It's gonna be a fucking busy weekend. Actually, no, I'll be here on Sunday. We should be fine. Famous last words, as always, around here. But welcome, regardless, whatever you're here for. Let's look at some cars today. Some virtual ones, yet again. You're losing my attention. Could you put Subway Surfers on the screen? I'm gonna put like a Family Guy clip compilation in the bottom corner. Can we get like a looping gif of Peter Griffin? And that might keep people entertained while I'm staring at some word salad on screen, applying wheels to the glorious little machine currently on my screen. I've got my two windows set up again this time. I've got my Stream Deck working again. It wasn't working last time. So now I can hide the screen if I leak something, which didn't happen last time. Not once, might I add. It didn't happen once last time. Not one thing was seen that wasn't meant to be. But if there was, I should have been able to hide it with the Stream Deck. That wasn't working. But now it's working, so hell yeah. Very cool. I'm trying to unclip it currently so that I can actually... It's stuck under my fucking monitor. There we go. Nice, there we go. Forza Horizon and Motorsport fan says, I'm a huge fan of your content, Shinyodd. That's great, not that I make much of it. What makes you such a fan of Forza Motorsport? That's my question for you, buddy. You better answer. Sorry, I'm just trying to elongate the wire here. It doesn't seem to want to. Oh well, I guess I'll have to just deal with it the way it is. I'll move my drink over here. Okay, you can see where over here is, just so I have some space to play with, and then I can press this button whenever I want to. Haha, how about that? He leaked a social security number. I did. Did you know it's World Ocean Day? Oh, it's not coming. Oh, it's meant to. Come on, show it. Oh, damn it. It popped up my other screen for just a moment, as if I needed to fucking know. Thanks, Microsoft. I've been a fan of Forza since Motorsport 4 and Horizon 2 on Xbox 360. That's good to know. I'm glad. I hope you're managing with how shit it is now. I hope you're managing that. But hey, listen, I only just learned you're part of SimpleNG because of this stream. Really? What? Hey, that means you're probably not in the Discord server, which you can join below, as if everyone here isn't already. I don't need to plug that. This That's what I was working on last night. This is our little clan. To give you an idea of when this was last worked on, the Blender last modified date said September 2023. So, getting not that far from 2 years since this was even worked on. Until yesterday, where I've spiced it up now. I've got new materials. Look at these nice little badge textures. The light textures have been redone. Well, they're not redone. I've just sort of updated them and upscaled them, but they're better than they were. The badges are crispy. Good luck getting high resolution textures for a car that sort of barely exists. And we got, you know, a nice texture on the roof. This wasn't there before. A couple more customizations, better tire textures, things like that. There's general stuff to bring it more up to speed with where it should be, but I wasn't able to finish it yesterday. There's a bunch of customizations missing, and that's what we're going to do starting today. So much like last stream, I've got the wheels to do. We did them on the Ducato last time, on the Lancia Monte Carlo. Both of those cars have since been finished, so it is now, and also the Saga, which I wanted to touch last stream, but upon looking at it, realized, that's a lot of work, and I was right, because it took me 3 days. Not 3 hours, 3 days. So, yeah, the Saga is now complete. But now we're on to this little fellow who is about as out of date as you can get, except for my hard work yesterday, but I didn't quite get to finish it. So there's a little bit of time to take today to do the sponsorships, the racing numbers, and the wheels, and maybe, just maybe, get some extra exhausts on there. That might be useful as well. And then that's that car pretty much wrapped up from my side. The J-beam has not been done on it, but that's Tevsky's job. That's for him to dwell over, frankly. So that's fine. Can we get the Tornado Linguinis on this? It wouldn't look bad on them. We can certainly... There's a lot of good 70s wheels in this mod that we can choose between, because there's a lot of 70s cars. So they'll be very useful on a little vehicle like this. I hope so. I have to admit, I haven't played Horizon 4 or 5 since at least April. Well, do you know what? I hope you can enjoy Horizon 6, which isn't coming this year, because that was just confirmed before stream, like half an hour ago. So, yay, no Forza in 2025. Which means you'll be forced to play SimpleNG, which is totally going to release in 2025. It will. Right? Right? We're really good at keeping our promises around here. You know, that's... shut the fuck up. So, also, the lights all glow. Redid those as well. I fancy. They're not, like, smooth glowing yet, but, yeah, well, yeah. You know, one things at a time. So, as I say, that someone in chat mentions it. Do they have the halogen lights? They will. This one doesn't. I haven't really got to that. I'm not actually sure how to do it, to be honest. I'm not the one who does it for us normally. But, yeah, the old lights are on it for now. Look at that. How beautiful. And, of course, I mean, with this car in particular... there's a lot more than this to it, because this is only one version of this car. You've also got the Irish spec from the 80s, which, holy fuck, that's a long face. There's some different indicators and lights that come with those, and there's different tail lights and different rear ends. It's a nice little mix-up of things. There's a lot of things you can do to this car, which is great. It's always fun to have such a weird, funky, obscure car, but it still has some customization to it. So that's cool. But for now, we'll focus on the customization it doesn't have. So I shall boot up Blender. In fact, first of all, maybe we should find some wheels, because right now we have 2 stock wheels on this. We have these 4 spokes, which they don't have a name, they're just stock. Then we have some steelies that go with it. We have these. Those are for the Irish spec as well. I know nobody in this chat's going to know what this car is, but this is a British kit car from the early 70s. The company went defunct, and they restarted the company in Northern Ireland in the early 1980s, where they produced it for a couple of years there with some updated bumpers. And also, where are they? Hold on, this will interest people if you don't know they exist. Pop-up headlights! Yeah, look at that! So those got integrated into it. It looks kind of smooth like that, isn't it? It's kind of a very narrow, long, pointy car. It's a very strange looking frog. These are not pop-ups, these are permanently up. So, interesting, certainly. But that'll do for now. Let's have a look at what wheels we can put on. Also, I can show you the car list, because I removed... what I should have done last stream, removed any cars from it that would get leaked otherwise. So, no J words and nothing else on screen. Thank you. But we have all these 1970s cars to choose from when it comes to wheels, and I think the Avenger is probably the best starting point here. What cars did you remove? Fuck me. What haven't we removed? A lot. The Fiat Fiorino, the Lotus, the Chrysler Sunbeam, Toyota Supra is out now. Also, these were all decided to be removed like ages ago. By the way, I only just got around to moving them out for now. But they've been planned to be removed for a long time. They required basically being remade. There were some of the first cars we ever made for this, so they were really crap quality. They needed remade from scratch. The difference between that, cars we made like over 2 years ago, and something like this, is that this car is a completely custom made model by Tievsky. Tievsky made this car from scratch and all of its parts. So the asset is perfectly good to go. It's ready to go. The textures just need a little bit of updating here and there. It wasn't a big deal. But whenever we go to something like our old Chrysler Sunbeam, it was like the entire thing needed to be ripped from Forza, remodified into the spec that we actually need, and then, oh my god. It was just a hassle. It's a real hassle. I mean, it takes the same amount of time to remake those cars as to make something brand new, and if we can choose something new that takes less time, then the mod gets to release quicker. That's the only reason we remove cars. We won't be removing any more, and that's like actually firm this time, because nothing left is like needs a major job. The biggest job here would be the Primera, because it needs like a whole new model basically made, and unfortunately we were making one and it corrupted, so that pain. But I think we're gonna commit to it still. We'll just see how things play out, but everything else is pretty much ready to go, you know. Do you have a Unos Roadster? That's just an MX-5, bro. No, we don't have an MX-5. Of course we don't. If you want to drive an MX-5, you can download Gran Turismo, Forza, Need for Speed, and just about every single indie dev game on top of that you could possibly name. Every single game under the sun has an MX-5. You don't need our BeamNG mod for that. But you can drive a Toyota MRS, which might be more up your alley if you're looking for something different. And in fact, the MRS I shall show you real quick, because why not? Tievsky's been working his ass off this week, testing a brand new J-Beam. Using this car as an example, it's very, very different than before. It's using about half as many nodes, possibly even less than half as many nodes as before. We're going to see if we can cram even more performance benefit out of simplifying it even further. There's been a lot of weight taken out of the suspension J-Beam, and the weight is now being put into the body. So we're trying to make the suspension more accurate to like the real-life suspension weight. So that when the weight goes into the body, you get more realistic weight transfer, body roll, etc. Because the weight is on top of the suspension rather than in the suspension, if that makes sense. So this car takes or drives rather differently to anything else so far. There's definitely a lot more feel to the weight of the car. It's a lot more realistic feeling. We have to do a lot of testing about the strength of it, because right now big crashes seem to still damage the car. We need to do a lot more testing on that, and at first, every single time we crashed, it would like break the physics. They would pause the game and say, "Uh-oh." So that's been fixed. The suspension is now truly invincible. The body, not so much. So we've still got to figure some stuff out. You should add stuff behind the grills, what's more detailed than Forza Motorsport. I'm good. I think I'm fine not doing that. Nice light textures in this one though. Look at this. I made those from scratch. I'm so talented. That's a lie. I didn't. Those are Forza textures, although I did have to adapt them a bit, so they do look good, but I didn't make them. So, now the MRS is cool, drives better than it used to, but it just, we need to do some more fiddling with the J-Beam for sure to fully finalize it, but it's nice. I mean, it is still invincible. Look, squish, and reforms back to shape again. It still does what it's supposed to, but a big crash, sometimes it just doesn't. So I'll not show too much of it today. It's not finished yet, but once we do confirm that this is good to go, we're gonna see about pasting it onto every other car. So yeah, that's gonna take some time, no doubt about that, but it'll be worth it if the final product's better, right? I hope so. I sure hope so anyway. Does it have the proper snappiness of an MR2? Yes. Well, the driving physics are pretty much finalized on it. I actually plugged in my wheel earlier to try and test the force feedback to adjust it a bit. It was a bit too heavy, so we adjusted that. And holy shit, yeah, there's definitely a point of no return where it just it'll be planted, and then in one corner the camera's going to be wrong, and holy shit, you're going round if your reflexes are not fast enough. So yes, it's a snappy little bugger of a thing, and I'm not the best at driving it. Speaking of which, the Clan's quite like that too, but again, the physics are very outdated, so right now it kind of drives like a go-kart, and it's not realistic whatsoever. So good to see we've improved over 2 years. The bad news is that means we have to go back to all our old cars and update them, which is why this mod has taken longer and longer and longer and longer, because the better we get at making stuff, the more we have to update the old stuff. That's just the simple fact of life. You know how it goes. Anyway, Avenger, let's have a look at what wheels we got, because I think most of these I will want to port over to the Clan. These stock wheels are excellent. They'll look good on the Clan, there's no doubt about that, but let's have a look what else we got. So these 4 spokes, yes, 100% those are going on the Clan. And I think these will go on too. Yep, those have to go on. The Acunis Specials are here, the Watanabes. I think those are going to look great on it too. Awesome. What about the Lotus Europa wheels? Do you know what? I bet you those would look good on it too. They're all going to look brilliant on the Clan. We could pretty much port all of the wheels from the Avenger over, which is pretty good actually. These are the stock wheels. Yep, we've seen those. What about the... I don't think the muscly wheel ones are going to fit. Yeah, those are not going to suit it. They're not very like sporty, are they? The stock Steelies, probably not. Already you have Steelies on the Clan. Anyway, what about these? The Street Cats. Those will look excellent on it too. I think we definitely need all of those. Will this mod support European, yellow European plates? No, they will not support France and UK. I think you mean the Netherlands and UK, but yes, we won't be doing that. No, not yes. No, not opposite of yes. Yes, no, we won't be not doing that. Yes, no. Is there an R31 with a skin that gets you banned? Yes, of course we do. It's hard-coded, bro, and if you remove it, it corrupts your entire Windows install, so... What is the car that took the most unnecessary time? Unnecessary time? What do you mean? What, like, something we put a ton of time into and then, like, removed? Or just something that just took a fucking long time to do? Because I can answer both of those with relative confidence. Most likely. Anyway, I am going to be putting all the Avengers wheels over. That's for or nearly all of them. So, let's go and grab Blender real quick. 2 seconds. My Stream Deck's working. It's so good. I've never seen these before. I assume these were locally made. Well, they were. Like I said earlier in the stream, you mightn't have been here. They are they're English cars made in Britain in the early 70s, and then in the 80s they restarted production in Northern Ireland. In fact, I live about half an hour from where the factory would have been that these cars were built from, which is why we've added it in here. I thought it'd be nice to add a local touch, because the only other Northern Irish built car that I could really include would be the DeLorean, and that's not very original. It's sort of in a lot of other games, and as much as it would be cool, I think this was a more unique option, because it's still a fun little sports car. In fact, unlike the DeLorean, this was actually a good car too. It was very successful in motorsport and so on, so good car. But as with every British sports car manufacturer, they fell into bankruptcy after only a few years of operation, both when they first started and when they restarted. So there's your fun background story. In fact, actually, the company was actually assembled by ex-Lotus engineers who got bored of working at Lotus and decided to make a startup company to go and beat Lotus on the racetrack. With like, so yeah, basically a bunch of ex-Lotus engineers decided, I want to build a car to beat Lotus with. So they defected, made their own company, and they did beat Lotus on the racetrack. They succeeded. And then the company folded, but they did it. It wasn't like a weird one-off failure story. It was technically successful. There was just not enough money, and I think there was also updated regulations around like tax for small car companies and stuff like that. It sort of put them out of business as a whole, because they were technically selling them as kit cars also, but they weren't kit cars. They were fully assembled, but they called them kit cars as like a tax dodge. So you might have received it with a few nuts and bolts missing, but it was a fully built car. Okay, so we got those. So those are 4. What's 8? 8 of the. Okay, these are all out of order for some reason. Compared to where I was trying them earlier. Are half of European car backstories just defected from another company to try and make something better? Yes, and that's why you get things like TVR existing, I suppose. But that's fun, right? It's fun. So we need 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and 1. Okay, so we need all the way to 4. There we go. And then we'll take 1 with us as well. Lovely, lovely. Bang, 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 bang. And we'll steal all of those and plop them into... I'm going to hide the screen in case I leak more things here, and I definitely will. Open up you. There we go. Wonderful. Rims, please. There we go. Plop them in there. There they are. Beautiful. A vehicle that beat Lotus was built by developed ex-Lotus engineers. Yes, correct. Correct indeed. Leak things again. I'll try not to. I'll phrase it better. Which car took the most time, even though it definitely did not need to take as much time as it did? Ooh. That's a good question, you know, because there's a lot of things that took longer than they should have. I'll tell you what, the fucking Passat took a long time because we ended up needing to basically remodel half of it. The Tirana took a long time because it also needed half of it basically remodeled. But the 8 series is still being remade, even though we added it over a year ago, so you could say that's taken a fucking age. But only one developer is sort of working on that on and off while we're working on other cars, so I guess I would probably say it's it might well be the Tirana. It was added like over a year ago, and yet it took only till a few months ago to actually be finished, because so much of it needed remodeled in many different areas to make like a wide body and non-wide body version, and fix a lot of issues of shading and stuff like that that it had. There probably is a car that took more, but off the top of my mind, I just remember the Tirana taking forever, and when it was finally finished, we all sighed a big sigh of relief. These wheels are stranger than the Tornado Linguinis. Yeah, look at them, they look fancy, huh? We should get the Tornado Linguinis, or maybe I'll have a look at the Monte Carlo, which is a similar type of car to the Clan anyway. So let me just match these roughly to the size of the Clan's standard wheels here. Also, the name Clan Crusader, which is the name of the car if you didn't know, it's an interesting name, isn't it? It's one way of putting it. So that's Clan Rim 1 and 2, and these are... So you're going to need to be Rim 3 now. Actually, this works out perfectly, because then we go into Rim 4. No, this is perfect. Very, very handy. Thank you for being so kind to me. Oh, don't play the sad music after I'm complimenting it. You're gonna foreshadow something bad happening. Can't be doing that. Clan Crusader, what a name. Whenever they started developing it in, or producing it, I should say, in Northern Ireland, they just called it the Clan. It dropped the Crusader name. The company was Clan Cars, and the model name was the Clan. So it's the Clan Cars Clan. which also doesn't sound great. It never had they did make a they actually made a mid-engine instead of rear. They made a mid-engine version with an Alfa Romeo 1.5 Boxer 4, and they called it the Clan Clover. Yeah, Clover because made in the island of Ireland. Like, get the joke. So they made a few of those. That was right before the company went bust. That's a very interesting car. It's arguably a better looking car too, but the Alfa Romeo Flat 4 is a weird engine choice, there's no doubt about that. But yeah, if you look up Clan Clover, you'll see a slightly healthier, slightly less strange looking iteration of the Crusader. Still a weird designed car, but it's a bit more normal-ish as far as traditional sports car designs go anyway. Okay, so we've got these in place now. We've got the standard wheels, and I'm going to go ahead and fix some of the things about the standard wheels now that we've got universal materials in. Stock badges are fine. Chrome. We have the rim chrome material, and this will go to... Isn't there like a... I guess black on the back of it. I think maybe for the best. I'm not so sure. We'll copy that now and make some duplicates of this wheel. I know you can't really see what's happening in the top corner because chat's covering it, but don't worry, it's not exciting. I'm just duplicating things for now. I need to hide this real quick and make the U into black. Black wheels, which, by the way, black wheels are so shit. I hate black wheels with a passion. I am not a black wheel enjoyer. I am, what you could say, I'm a giant racist, basically. Okay, so unhide that and just check. This is a little bit finicky because we've got the black back on this, which is not reflected on the fully black wheels. Another reason why black wheels suck. There you go, a little bit of detail. It has now lost to the void that is the black rim. Imagine getting a black rim job. Okay, I should stop speaking, I've just realised. I should really stop speaking. Oh, jeez. Nice. Good job, me. Let's copy-paste that one and do this one. The grey wheels next. Grey wheels aren't great either, but at least it's not black. That's enough of complaining about black wheels from me today. Right. Now on to rim number 2. Makes sense you talk about rim jobs. What the fuck does that mean, Jordan? That's crazy. I just leaked your real name. Do you want to give me your address too? I'll tell everyone, you fuckwit. An Irish Impreza that's mid-engined. Well, also rear-wheel drive. And a death trap, because apparently they weren't very well made. But is that of any surprise to anyone? Void, and then we'll do some chrome treatments on you too. Cool. And we'll duplicate these ones also. Thankfully all the other ones are already duplicated, so we don't need to worry about those. But for now, these ones we have to do by hand, and these also have to become black too. In fact, from factory, these were often white, so making the white version of these is important for our factory specs. So we do need to do this, there's no doubt about that. There we go, and now we'll do the white one. Always in order. I'm so organized. I'm so special. Perfect. And lastly, the grey ones, which you could also order from the factory as far as I'm aware. I'm pretty sure these are Ford wheels, by the way. I believe so anyway. They're not original to this car, and neither are the 4 spokes that it comes on by standard. Those are made by Midland Metallics, so not the most original in the world. I'm not sure if this even lines up that well with the rim. In fact, actually, that's not even the right material, is it? How far? It'll... Nah, I probably do need to sort that, actually. Is BeamNG your only Steam game aside from Blender, or do you have any other PC games? Yeah, bro, I just bought a whole gaming PC just for BeamNG. That's exactly what I did. You're absolutely correct. No, of course, man. Of course. I probably should have checked this before I duplicated everything, but oh well, let's just do that now and hope for the best. I think I've confused myself now. Okay, give me a second. Let's flip those inside out, and that should be... I mean, it's not going to matter much on like a steel wheel anyway, but I have technically done that slightly wrong just now. Because you're not supposed to be able to see that, but that'll be fine. Just go there and hope for the best. Alright, don't mind me, chat. I'm just going to fix a few wee things here. Do you have any tasty tri-spokes for any of these cars? Absolutely, we do. In fact, you just reminded me, I need to get the tri-spokes off the Monte Carlo and put them on this, because I think they're going to look amazing. Most of our tri-spokes are sort of like 80s style stuff. I mean, that's generally when they were popular anyway, but you know what I mean. I think these wheels are done the same way, because these wheels models are quite old, so we did the wheels very slightly differently before, so the materials are not 100% set up correctly, so my apologies. I'm just going to fix those. Minor distraction there, but that looks okay to me now. It's gonna... that fits it quite snug. I don't like that, but it may have to be that way. Unless I highlight that and drag it back a bit. No, that doesn't work. Okay. Well, I will leave it like that then. It's not really going to be that noticeable, but there is technically a mistake there. On to number 3, where I think I just need to replace a couple of these materials that really should be universal but aren't. I think this also. Rim logo. That. Okay, so that needs to be done on all of the rim 3s. Cool. Don't mind me, chat. There's going to be a bit of waffling this stream while I just figure out what is needed to be done. The rest of the wheels should be, like, straightforward. They're already ready to go. It's just that these ones have some little things that need adjusted on them to fit the clan here and not the Avenger that they came from. Because these are technically the stock wheels on the Avenger, but they do have a name. Exhaust. If I could stop typoing, that would be great. There we go. Alright, so that should be the correct exhaust material. It's just, I think the exhaust material is being used for like the whole inside of the bolts, which is a weird decision, but that's the way it is on these, so I'm just going to leave them alone. Why are you in my right ear? I can check. Oh, you're right. The wrong setting. Congratulations. I fucked that up. People watching the VOD are going to be so pissed for the past half hour. Yeah, I was on the wrong mic setting. How am I sounding now? Gorgeous? I better be. I think it was on like a left and right of the mic before. What's the car you find the most fun to drive? That's kind of hard to say because the handling's not finished on the majority of cars, but I like the I like big barges, so like stuff like the Roadmaster is fun to throw around because it's 2 tons of rear-wheel drive sloppy handling mess, and I like that. It's fun. Doesn't mean it's a good handling car, it's far from it, it's just enjoyable to experience the car flopping around like a seal out of water, or in water in fact. Seals just kind of flop around in general, don't they? Why are these inside out too? My goodness, there's a couple of little mistakes around these wheels. Not that they're that important or noticeable, but I will fix them while I spot them because I might as well. What about you? Yes, this rim should be fine. We'll go ahead and just line this one up, I think. There's nothing broken or anything silly going on. Let's do around about there. You do love cars that drive like boats. I've owned... My past 2 cars have been 1.6 tons in real life. I do like a big floaty boaty. I do. Lightweight, fun, chuckable cars are great and everything, but you know what? You feel every speed bump in them. It's the hard truth. Every single bump in the road, you're gonna feel that shit. You're not gonna feel that in a big barge. I like that. Smooth. Every single transfer of weight is slow and easy and predictable. They're fun, alright? I like a big car. Even if it means you can't really park it that well. And trust me, I'm not a legend in parking. So, I should really get better. If I enjoy driving these types of cars so much, I should really be practicing leaving them in places that they fit. Which is easier said than done. Oh, I had to squeeze the Gloria into the tightest parking space the other day. Oh my god, I took a couple of attempts at it. I'm not afraid to admit it, man. I'm not afraid to admit it. Better that than like stuffing it, right? Better that than stuffing it. It could always be worse. So don't make it worse. Is this oh yeah, we are red inside. Okay, cool. Or not cool actually. I need to undo that. Keep having to flip that inside out. And now need to just line it up at the back. This is why we can't just make it universal for like all wheels to fit all cars. I mean, we can of course, but it's so fiddly, this stuff, that imagine doing like this for every car, but they have like hundreds of wheel options. Masochism is the word that comes to mind, and I'm not into that. So that's why we have selected wheel choices and not just a giant generic selection like Forza or something. It would be hell on earth to make that to fit so many different wheels and wheel sizes and car specs, and that's why each car has about 8 to 10, maybe a little more options, and that's it. Because goodness gracious. And then we can't give it the vanilla BeamNG wheel support because they're not invincible. So, if you're ever wondering why we do wheels this way, that is how. Or why, I should say. That is why. Because it just doesn't really work for what we're doing otherwise. Make them common parts. That's why I'm telling you, we can't just make them common parts. Or every car would need these adjustments done to them each. Because they're all different wheel widths and sizes, and fuck me. Some wheels are wide, I'm going to stretch the models out. Some of them are narrow and wouldn't. What a pain in the ass. Oh shit, I should probably actually move the whole thing first before I adjust that. This is the last one of this set at least, so we can go and pick out one or two more. I do want the tri-spokes that someone mentioned earlier. That is true. And maybe the Tornado Linguinis, as chat named last stream. I get you guys involved, I promise. Okay, so any material names that aren't going to play ball here? No, everything's looking good on all of these. So these wheels are all ready to go. That's good news. That's very good news. Okay, cool. Actually, let me just check rim 7 there. We'll make sure I actually lined that up correctly. Yes, no, it's fine. Okay, cool. So we've got 8 different wheel options, 6 aftermarket ones, and 2 stock ones. Let me just save that. And like, let's spawn in the Monte Carlo. Just do it. No, Jordan, I can't do that. In fact, you can do that. Yeah, let's see your PC have another fucking meltdown, huh? In fact, actually, the Europa has those 3 spokes too. Where was your last parking space? Alright, bro. Front wheels, please. I'd like to see them. Okay, so we do have these wheels, and we have the Street Cats, and we have... Okay, these are called Leyland Lights. That's the name of them. No textures. Huh. Well, that's not right. It's not good at all. Right. Gonna have to double check that one. These working? No. Okay. That's bad. Why does this... This is the second time this has happened on stream, but not off stream. Okay. Well, it has the 3 spokes. That's what we're looking for there. That is twice now that I have booted up a stream, and there's been a no texture issue that wasn't there. I mean, they're here. Rim logo. Oh, no. I know what it is. No, don't worry, chat. I actually know what it is, right? So this is the thing, right? I've recently shuffled some things around in these common folders. If I go to the Europa right now, I'll show you what the problem is. So if I go to materials, what the hell is it? There. And I go to rim logo, I guess. Is it underscore? There we go. There you go. SNG rim logo. See, vehicle / Europa / SNG rim logo. This does not exist in the Europa folder anymore. It is moved, but the game's still reading it here. So what actually needs to happen is, let me see. That's, why is that on the bottom? That's unusual. What needs to happen is this, right? See what I'm doing right now? See this? Oh, still going. Every single material starts with SNG. Oh, we went too far. Sponsors. Bang. Gone. There you go. What I've just done there needs done to every single car. Which should only take like a little bit. I might even do it this stream, possibly. But it won't fix right away. I'd have to like reboot the game. But that is why it's got no texture. So don't worry about that. I know what the issue is. So we'll not panic too much about that. The 3 spokes are on that. Let's see if there's any other wheels we can nick here while we're at it. Leaked car? No, there was no leaked cars. They're all moved out of the folder. Very efficient and organized. It wasn't before. I decided it would be better if I just moved all those materials to a common folder, because I should have done that in the first place, but I was lazy, and now I'm not lazy, so I put some effort into not doing that. What about the wheels in the Puma? The Puma stock wheels are super cool. They look good on the clan. Maybe? Possibly. Do you have anything else unique? What are these? Ah, these are from the Tirana. We already have like an old mesh style wheel for the clan right now, and I don't think the clan needs torque thrust wheels. I think we're good. Of course, as you can see, this car has the same issues as that. Those are from an Impala. What about these? Oh, I know what these are. Yeah, these wouldn't really... These are sort of like more like high-performance, muscly type stuff. They wouldn't really fit the clan, so to speak. We can definitely get the 3 spokes. I could check the Monte Carlo real quick. We don't want any of the Japanesey wheels, so we'll not look at the skyline and whatnot. Maybe it doesn't want a texture. Yeah, who am I to judge, basically? Who the fuck am I to judge? Turbo fans on the clan. We could do it. I think that would look ridiculous. No, it's not really that kind of car. I'm not gonna take any stock wheels. We do have, obviously, the Leyland lights are here too, but we have Fuji Sprint. These are Japanese. They probably wouldn't look bad, you know. They wouldn't look bad. With the Zuka. Here's the Tornado Linguinis, in case anyone didn't see the last stream. Do you think these would work on the clan? What do you think? I'll let you guys decide. Because I'll be taking the 3 spokes for 100%, but do you think these would fit the clan? They're very Italian style, but they're deep dish and they're very 70s. What do you think? We do have big arches in the clan to fill, so the dish is okay. Would they suit? I'm not sure what I think. Maybe. Some no's, some yeses, some possibly maybes. I think we'll give it a gander. Why not? Too many spokes. I mean, there's a hell of a lot of them. There's no doubt about that. I just don't think it would work well. It's hard to say because they're very like funky and abstract, but then so is the clan. But the clan doesn't really have a lot of multi-spoke wheels, apart from the mesh stuff, obviously. But that's very different styled. The clan's very British. These are not very British wheels. It's difficult. If they were shallower, oh no, I would take some of the dish out. I wouldn't make them this deep. Like you can get away with it in Monte Carlo because these are chunky enough. The clan's on bicycle wheels in the comparison. They're quite a bit thinner. They would have less dish to them. Because the 3 spokes are also very deep. These would also be shallower for obvious reasons because, again, skinny ass wheels. Pretty much no choice but to take some of the dish out of these. In fact, I've already taken some of the dish out of these in comparison to what the Europa is running. Can you show the Saab 9.5 in its rims? No. Well, they're not going to be very useful for this, I'll tell you that much. We'll give it a look. We'll give it a look, shall we? I can always use the magical powers of Blender to be able to tell what we're doing. Why is there no texture error logos? Well, my friend, they're on every single car right now. I explained why it's broken a minute ago. It's I know what the problem is. It's not actually even a problem. I literally just need to like basically clear my game's cache and it'll go away. Okay, so I need to go open the. Give me 2 seconds. Need to open the Monte Carlo now. There we go. And go fish out whatever rims those were. Hide all of these. There's a lot of rims on here. Not you, not you, not... Oh, yes, you. So 8. We need 8 and... I mean, these might actually look good. Not as deep dish as that, but they might. They're a little similar to like the Europa style wheels though. Oh, we do have mesh, like these are like Japanesey mesh wheels. Then we have these. Right, well, I'm gonna take these and have a look at them. See what they look like on the clan. And then 8, yeah, we'll take 8 as well. And that'll take us up to 10 wheels total on the clan, which is more than good enough. 2 of them being stock options. Hey, look how much wider the wheels are. It's no joke how skinny they are on this car compared to the Monte Carlo. And the Monte Carlo doesn't even have the widest wheels in the world. They're just wider, you know what I mean? So rim 3 is those. We'll make you rim 10. Like so. Beautiful. And then rim 8 will become rim 9. Oh, that's not how you use a keyboard. There we go. I know you can't see what I just did, but it was bad. I'm going to prison for a long time, bros. Okay. Hide these for a sec. Actually, no, opposite way around. I need to take you. Or you. Yes. No. Okay, I'm not very smart. There we go. Let's have a look to see what it might... What the hell? Why did I... Don't select both of them. I just want to see it here. Ta-da! Great. Do you know what? I think it's fine. Do you know what? Yeah. That is not bad. I think we can make that work. I don't see a problem with that at all. So let's hide these and focus on. Actually, I need to rename these ones real quick. I kind of like it. I do too. I wasn't sure, but seeing on it there, I think they're gonna look great. I'll just take some of the dish out of them. I'll line them up first, and then we'll focus on doing that. And of course, their names need to be correct before I can do anything with them, or else they'll never show up in game to begin with. Rim number 9 first. Obviously, they're very cheap dish right now. I will sort that soon. I need a reference wheel to go off of. God, it's flickering like a motherfucker. Why are you doing this? Round about there-ish. We'll do there. Fucking hell, man. Why are you doing this? Okay. Yep, just gonna drag the back of that, and then we will sort the depth of it. We need to check the other wheels. Actually, I think the Acuna Special wheels that we put on earlier might be a little too deep dish for it also. But we easily sorted, you know. Easy does it. A little bit of spice. Damn right. Oh, we need a bit of spice in everything, don't we? And you, my friend, also get like a little rim for reference size here. Scale it down. Ooh, up a little bit more than that. To around about there-ish will do. As long as it's close enough, you're not going to notice any issues. Actually, maybe a little too big, and then we can move it out like there. Okay. And the back of it, just gotta line that up with the tire. If I can position my camera better than this, which I am currently struggling to. Where the hell am I supposed to be? There we go. There. Perfect. Looking fine. Looking A-okay, I think. Are these like centered? They should be, right? Just double check. Yep. Wasn't sure at first, but we're grand. Yeah, as you can see, oh, look how deep dish they are. It doesn't work at all on that tire, but now we get the opportunity to sort that. So I think with this, the best opportunity to do that would literally just be to unprofessionally squish the rim, probably, actually. Like that, and then we can pull the middle of it kind of like there. Put a little bit of dish onto it. It does have quite big arches in the clan. But then we can take the bolts, for example, and give them a bit of size again. Perfect. And probably you, and maybe your surrounding area also. Although actually I'd have to do that on every layer here. Yeah, go from there. Should be able to do this without too much hassle, I think. It's hard to tell if that actually got it or not. No, I think I did too much. There. Yeah, I think that's got it. It did. Cool. I mean, it's not going to get that. Okay. It's going to be a pain in the ass no matter what I do, I think. So I should probably just not care that much and select this one anyway. Right? Is that the correct order of business I've done things in? It's hard to tell. I think so. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Cool. I can literally just drag that out a bit. I think that is good enough. It's not quite as flat as it was. And then we can rematch the back of it again. I was hoping I'd be able to adjust the dish on its own. Oh my goodness, it got so fucking flattened. So much flatter than it was before, but it needs to be that way, or else it's just a little strange on this car in particular. But that's cool. Alright, nice. That's those done. What about... Yeah, you're going to be a lot easier to do, because you're quite simple, aren't you? Not in an insulting way, or in an NG way. Oof. See, I just did a slick reference to the mod I'm working on. That's crazy shit. You're just literally gonna be like all I'm gonna do is this, and then move the middle bit inwards. So you get selected, and I can do that, and probably just make it... Yeah, okay, there you go. Still got some dish to them. Didn't have to squish all the bolts and everything in the process. Just, there we go. I think they'll look good on the clan. 100%. Do that. Lovely. Okay, cool. You could have scaled the part. You could have scaled the part except the back, but you don't have the brain capacity for that. What are you waffling about? I am so intelligent, it's crazy, bro. You literally don't have the balls to admit it. And yes, I could have. But what did it do? Inconvenience me 5 seconds? Oh dear. Right, now you just fix these material names because they're a little bit borked. Because Blender loves not merging materials with the same name together, but instead treating them like they're completely separate entities, which I really enjoy when it does that, personally. It's a lot of fun. So, why are you doing that? I'll bring it down here. You might be able to see it on screen now. Look at that. Look at all these materials. Chrome 009. How did you know I wanted to call it that? It's really cool of you to assume that no two materials could have the same name. No, I must tell it individually every single time which one I want it to be. You're joyous. Absolute joy. And there we go for the last one of this lot. And then rim number 10 will need the same treatment. And it'll be good to go in game from there. Although I'll check out the Acuna specials as well, because I have a theory that they might be a little too deep dished as well. I love working on cars with skinny ass wheels. This is why we wouldn't be able to do universal wheels quite so conveniently. Largely in due to the part of massive deep dish wheels wouldn't fit onto certain cars. Unless the actual mesh was squished, in which case bolts and all that sort of stuff would also get squished. It wouldn't look quite right. But I don't mind doing rims manually, because at the end of the day, this job's already been done on almost every car in the mod. The one I'm doing it on the clan right now because it hasn't been touched since late 2023, mid 2023, and there's not a lot of cars left in the mod in that state at this point. There's maybe like 4 more, so yeah. Okay. Quickly go check those wheels real quick. Yep, they are very deep dish. I'll probably just drag them forward a little bit. Everything else should be in order, and it looks to be that way. So we'll just take a little bit of dish out of these. I don't want to take it too much because we do already have a non-dished iteration of this wheel for this car, in fact. But yeah, I think I'll just take it out from here. In fact, actually, I'll probably squish it a bit and then drag it forward, and then we get yeah, that's looking already more like it, to be honest. Tiny bit more. I think that is probably spot on. Still a good amount of dish to it, but not as much as before. So we'll just... The back's already in place. See, Jordan, I did it. You fucking happy now, you little fat bitch? Okay, there we go. Wonderful. Wonderful. Let's export him and start the work in-game. No, I've never been happy. Fine. Happiness isn't for everyone, Jordan, and thank God you'll never be happy because you don't deserve it. That's right, bestie. You heard it here first. I will learn about the trick to auto-rename materials. Why was I tabbed? Okay, well, that's fine. There. Okay. So, now, on to the fun part. Can you believe it, guys? We can have fun. This shit's crazy. Right, where is the Avenger? Because I need to copy most of your wheel names. That would be important. Thank you. Now, what is your favorite class action lawsuit? Let me know, and I'll go into detail about it. Oh. Lovely. Okay. I'll do the stock wheels first here. And you can get some nice visual ASMR, I guess. Black on these ones, thank you very much. Now for 20 minutes of just this. Forza versus Shinyodd? Yeah, that one's around the corner. Actually, it won't be because they won't release a new game, so I have nothing to get banned off of. It'll be a tiresome and boring 2025 without anything to make a big deal out of. Such a shame. As is life. I'm so relaxing you're doing homework to me. Thank you. It's not something anyone in a stream chat's ever said to me before. Given my past reputations. My glory days. That I'm glad are over. I say that. I'm gonna do another automation stream soon. It's coming. So, prepare your asses for that, I guess. I have plans. We should destroy the Gloria on automation. That's what we should do. We should go on automation and make the Gloria. Destroy it. Make a new YouTube video out of it. How does that sound? Oh, did I forget to... I did. Yes. Oops. See, I caught my mistake early just now. That was good. And then this has to be D. D for D's nuts. I should not make any mistakes on my last stream, so I'd like to keep that streak up, please. That would be good. E E E E E E. Let me just double check there wasn't any mistakes there, since I made a bit of a haphazard fix. Oh, victory music to signify that I didn't make a single mistake. Holy smokes. Let's fucking go. One stream where you make the Gloria, another where we ruin it. Double money. You say there's gonna be double money in a stream where I make a car myself? Oh buddy. Oh buddy, you are sorely mistaken. Alright, they're all here. Ah, wonderful. Now, let me open up the Avenger on my other screen real quick. Oh, that's on the main screen. On the other screen, so that I can now get cracking on with the business. Yes. So Rim 3 is now here. 3 out of 10. And this one is called the... I'm going to have to go pick it out of another car real quick. It should be on the Europa. I don't know what number it is, but it's the Leyland Light. Yeah, there it is. 8-spoke Leyland Light. That's the name of the... Okay, well, it's gone now. Fuck right off, man. There we go. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Lovely. B, 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 and B. And then B. B is for black. What do you think C stands for? That's right. Cock. And now we get D, 3D, which is the amount of dimensions our wheels have. Unlike Roblox Greenville. Someone laugh at that. That would be appreciated. And then the last one is grey, which is E, because grey is correctly spelled with an E, and if you spell it with an A, you are wrong. I don't know what's correct actually. I just spell it with an E. I laughed at that. Yes! I'm funny! I'm funny! I've blown out a few people's eardrums. Rim number 4. What is number 4? Well, I don't actually fucking know. That joke would be funny if they weren't switching to 3D wheels. That's true. They actually are, aren't they? I called someone fat on Greenville and I got banned, so you know, you can't have nice things. Everyone's gone woke these days, bro. Hashtag Wokeville, am I right, guys? You should tweet that. You should get it hashtag trending. Yes, I'll serve them fucking right, you fucking little fuckers. I'm deaf now, thank you. I should start an ASMR channel where, like, halfway through a 16-minute, like, fingernail tapping video, I just start fucking screaming hysterically like I'm being murdered. Or I should stage a home invasion midway through the ASMR. Holy shit, that'd be home invasion ASMR actually might be the new meta. If you think about it, I'm on to something. If you think about it even more, I'm just on something. But I'm smoking shit you've never heard of. I'm seeing shit Jehovah ain't even witnessed yet. I'm hitting G-forces on the forklift that would make a fighter pilot fucking shit himself. And the last one is grey and black. I'm just copy and pasting these from the other screen now that we're on to the universal, well, not universal wheels, but the wheels we've just stolen from our own car. On to wheel 5 out of 10 now. Halfway through. Halfway. It's a lengthy process, but, you know, only gotta do it once. Per car. Yeah. It's great, isn't it? Like putting Lotus wheels in the clan in an ironic fashion. That's what's happening now. Rim 5. Rim 5, ladies and gentlemen. How exciting is that? These ones are just black on their own. Great. 1.9 TDI ASMR idling. Hell yeah. Rattle your fucking brains out. Gold / black. What an interesting color combo, huh? D, 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 nuts. Ha! Got M. White, white, bang, bang, E, 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 E. These ones are grey / silver, another interesting combo. Very interesting. In fact, I might write a book about it called Interesting Things, the Grey and Silver Wheels edition. Rim 6 out of 10. Do any of the SimpleNG cars have a 1.9 TDI? Yes. Well, actually, no. It's a 1.9 TD. No, it's not. It's just a 1.9T. Do you know what? It's not even that. It's just a 1.9 diesel engine Volkswagen. Our Volkswagen Passat has a 54 horsepower diesel, non-turbo. So, yeah, we do. It's the furthest thing from a TDI. So, there you go. It moves sometimes, just, you know, not much. If you find it in traffic roaming the map, you might be waiting for it to get up to speed a little bit. So, plan your traffic roleplays accordingly. You might accidentally come across a diesel Passat, which is something I would advise in real life as a warning also. Especially if you live in this country, because it's almost a certain sign you're going to catch some sort of bizarre cancer they've never heard of. Did you hear that some guy, presumably in the States, has been diagnosed with some mystery illness, and that they don't know, like, it's so weird that they say it's never been discovered, and that he gets to name the illness himself because he's the first one to be diagnosed with it, and he's considering naming the illness Ligma. That man is dying of an illness that we ain't ever heard of, and he's like, fuck it, call it Ligma. So soon, you can die of Ligma. That is looking likely. He's dying for our amusement. Oh, he'd be dying laughing soon. I mean, what a soldier, really, right? He's taking one for the team. He didn't sign up for it, but he's making the most of his opportunity of dying to make Ligma a real disease. I mean, if nobody until now has been diagnosed with it, I would say it's unlikely anyone else is going to die of Ligma anytime soon. But if he's the first, then, well, good for him. He got to name it. I don't know if it's official yet, but I know that he said he would. I'm making some pretty good progress here, boys. Braver than a veteran. Bro is a veteran. He's dying of Ligma. He's been there, bro. That shit is something to him, man. Fatal. Terminal. Whoop, that was a small misclick. We're fine. Ah, grey and silver again. Another one, huh? How fucking fancy. That's a missing bracket. Alright. Alright. Next up is number 8. Out of 10. And that one is going to be the 5-spoke Wolf Sprint. Not at all based off of Wolf Race wheels, which is not real. Not real at all. There is no copyright infringement of any sort to do with that. And it's certainly non-intentional, if at all thought to be some. That's correct. So there you go. Thank you very much. This is a gold one. And we'll have to swap to the Monte Carlo after this to get the next two, including the Tornado Linguinis, which I'm very excited for. D, not CD, thank you. White is the color. This is a real speed run, this. Ironic, because it probably feels like it's taken forever from your perspective, but for me, this is a record pace right here. Cool. All right, number 9 now. (9999) is an emergency phone number. Don't phone that. Unless it's emergency, obviously. Europa, get out of here. We need Monte Carlo. Thank you. Rims. I believe it was 3 was one of them, right? Rim 3 is the... That's the Tornado Linguini. I think that's 10 for us. So we need rim 6. No, not 6. Where's the 3 spokes? They're 8. Okay. 3-spoke Zoku Star. That's them. Ignore that they're Japanese. That's not a concern to us. Let me just double check. This is 100% rim 9. It is. Before I go and make a big fat mistake. B. I expect a round of applause when I finish this. I'm just saying, because I'm like really smart and clever and intelligent and humble also. And I just expect good things to happen to me. There we go. D. Not sure if it's too difficult to do realistically, but Stream Chat may have interesting ideas on how to mod a SimpleNG car. Yes, I mean, a long time ago we did this. I let Stream modify a car in BeamNG a long time ago, where we just searched the internet for 3D models and then put them on as customization parts in game. We had like a duck rear spoiler, like a 3D model of a duck T-posing as a spoiler. So I remember doing that before. But when SimpleNG's done, perhaps yes, we can do that, and then I can make a downloadable add-on pack so that chat can play with their modifications as an add-on for the pack. That's a nice idea. I like that for sure. It's a little time consuming because you got to download the model, prep it, write the materials. It's not as quick as automation where you just plop something on and say, ah, well, there it is. It's not quite as smooth and efficient as that, but it doesn't make it not fun. It just makes it kind of hard to condense into an entertaining stream, when most of the stream at the end of the day is people just waiting around for their suggestions to be made. And if there was a lot of viewers, a lot of suggestions being made, we'll be there for a long time. That was always the difficulty with the idea of like doing a real life car modifying stream with chat. Like, one suggestion would take ages to execute. So, you know, there would have to be a... some smart idea would have to be made to make that an engaging form of content to condense into a video, or even watch live should it be live streamed in the first place. It's a bit more difficult, and automation really exists to give you the tools to do everything on the spot, close enough to however you have in mind, and just about bad enough to scuff it in a funny way. So yeah, but we did stuff like the DSA Permission Weed, which were like 3D model exclusive streams, and those definitely worked. But the whole thing about those being on a timer was part of why that worked. That stream would not really have worked if I just said, oh fuck it, we'll go until we're bored, right? Because then everyone would have just checked out after like an hour and a half. So it was good that we ran it to a timer, but that did put a lot of pressure, and a lot of preparation had to be done before the stream, and you know, it's a lot of work. Speaking of a lot of work, I finished my lot of work. Oh, yes, stretch my arms and my fingers. They're working still somehow. Gotta check if all these wheels work now, so relax and watch a bunch of wheels change on the screen. Again, you will see... These really shouldn't be broken. I think they're only broken because I've loaded other broken cars. I'll have to double check real quick. Don't mind me. I just want to confirm that it is broken the way I think it is. Because if so, then that's fine. I know how to fix it, but if it's not, then I need to know. Give me a sec. So it's SNG rim logo. Yeah, it's trying to read it from the Puma because that was the last car that spawned. So if you spawn one car with broken wheel textures, it'll break all the other ones too. That's why it's like doing that right now. So don't worry about that. It did just remind me there's one thing I need to fix here real quick, and that's on rim 3. We changed the standard rim logo to that of the universal one. So give me just 1 second to load that logo. I need to go to the common folder and load it there. Okay, yeah. There is a small mistake here. So you see, I caught that. I caught it. I knew there would be a mistake, and I found it. That's how you know something's just going to release with no errors or mistakes whatsoever, right? Right, guys? Right? Yeah. You know it. Alright, let's just line it up here. Ignore the fact it's showing a light texture on the side. That doesn't matter. It's not important. Just gonna do that. Hey! Cool. Alright. Knew there would be a mistake there, and there was. So, excellent that we fixed that. Just gonna re-export it and continue browsing through the wheels. Ignore the missing materials. I know what's causing the bug. Ta-da! Okay. What other colors do we have to play with here? Silver and black. I'll zoom out the camera a bit so we can see both of them. It's annoying looking at them with the broken materials, but I also can't be bothered to restart the game to get rid of that, so enjoy looking at it for the time being. Although I think we should, after I've confirmed this is all working, we should prioritize going and removing those from all the cars so that this bug goes away. As I didn't really think it would actually come up, but loading any custom wheel from a different car will do that. So here's our stock wheels in different colors. I know the silver ones are working, we'll just skip to grey. Gold. Wonderful. Black. Have to check all of them because if there's a single typo, it can easily go unnoticed. So it's best to just look at all of them. Grey wheels are fine. Gold stock ones. Black. Good. Okay, nice. White Europa wheels. Interested to see what the silver ones actually look like on this. Do you know what? They look great. They look good. I like those. The game's frozen. There we go. Had a moment. I was wondering if it was going to randomly fix itself there. I would have enjoyed that. Yeah, it's a weird color combo there, the grey and silver. But they all going to have the same options, so... Gold would look fine on some color combos, probably. The black is going to look like shit all the time, because black wheels just look like shit. Leyland lights, they are going to be the no-dish Watanabe style wheels, and they do indeed fit this car, because you could order these cars brand new with these wheels on them. It's just me, or do they all work really well on this car? Well, that's why they're here. That's why we've added them. They're all, a lot of these are British 70s wheels, so perfect on this sort of small plastic sports car. In fact, actually, fun fact, the fiberglass for this car was so thin that you, before it was painted, you could see through the body. It was partially transparent. It's not a car I'd want to get into an accident with. There you go. Look, it still looks good with a bit of dish on there. There's no doubt about it. I think that looks fantastic. These are elite wheels on this car. Holy shit, they're so cool. Makes them look really beefy. I like it. I like it a lot. I think I'll be using those personally. It actually might look good once you put like the Irish body kit and stuff on. And the black ones. Black wheels aren't quite as offensive when at least you've got like a polished dish to set them off, but you know, it's still really ideal, I think. These wheels will probably look pretty decent in silver too. I've seen a lot of clans run these wheels in particular. I wonder if it has crumple zones compliant with today's standards. Well, it's not really a crumple zone because it's fiberglass, so it's going to be a shattering zone. If you crash this, it's just going to splinter into a million pieces, which is better than being rock solid stiff, I guess. It is still quite strong, obviously, but it's going to be a hell of a snap rather than a crunch. I wouldn't crash. In fact, honestly, if you crash into another car, you're going to go underneath it. Or if a car crashes into you, it's going to go over you. You don't really appreciate how small this car actually is just from looking at it on stream right now. Once I finish going through the wheels, I'll spawn like literally any other car next to it, and you're going to realize, holy shit, that is the smallest car I've ever seen. Actually, 2 wheels behind on that one. There we go. Cool. Actually, Joe, I can give you an idea of how small it is. Let's look at the rear plates, okay? I'm going to put the rear European plates on, right? It's the entire width of the fucking... Here's the US plates. That is a standard size US, like, square-ish plate. And look how much of the car it takes up. It's fucking tiny. That is not, like, the wrong size. It's meant to look like that. Is there a truck with a ramp in SimpleNG, or was it removed? No, it's very much there. It's very much there. Oh, we get to see the 3 spokes on it now. Alright. This should look pretty decent. Holy smokes, that is weird looking. I kind of like it though. Will you add a British plate because it's a British car? No, we do not have UK plates. We do not. The gold ones are interesting. And yeah, not too much dish on these compared to what they were on the car if we took them off. And now the Tornado Linguini is the last one. Holy smokes. Let's see it in silver. Honestly, yeah. Like, I think it works well enough. I do not mind that at all. It's different. It's certainly a unique option, to put it that way. And lastly, the black versions of those. Excellent. Did we do the mesh ones? I don't even remember seeing them. Oh yeah, oh, they were first off, that's why. I was gonna say, I didn't remember seeing those at all. See them as silver and black. Yeah, no, that's cool. I think all of this will look good once you've got like the big bumper kits and everything like that on. You can space the wheels out a bit, but only a tiny bit. The ride height tuning hasn't been added yet, because the suspension J-beam hasn't been brought up to date. So I think now front lights remind me of the bomb bug. Yeah, it's very similar. I'm gonna get rid of them now because you've mentioned it. Bye bye. Bye bye. That rear cover is so strange as well, but fuck it, put that on too. And you know what? The tail lights, these are the tail lights, the standard ones, but there's also different tail lights for the Irish spec in specific too. So you can really change it, and I wanted to add more exhaust options. I might not do it this stream though, but right now it's just a dual tip version of the stock one, which I think looks great anyway, to be fair. You can also remove that intake on the bonnet if that's not to your liking as well. Change the window trim. Oh, there's mirrors too. Shit, there's the Irish mirrors. Plastic. I think actually it sort of dechromes the whole car, the Irish spec one, so it's actually meant to look like this. Is there like roof trim? Yeah, that goes away, and then there's no soft top either, so that goes away too. I think that is plastic here too. I'll put the single exhaust back on. This is what the Irish spec one looks like. White steedies, please. And there's meant to be like a black two-tone that runs around the bottom of the car, but that's not working currently because I have to remake that. So there's what the other spec does. Oh, hang on a minute. There's more to it. The front badge isn't there. Perfect. Now it's correct. That is what it's supposed to look like. Dechromed. And yeah, imagine a two-tone, I guess. You can imagine a two-tone on top. So it does transform it a bit, because obviously you got that. And here's what the regular one looks like. Bump. Quite different. But it's nice to have some sort of customization for it, despite being such a weird car. So plates are on as well. I've got my different plates. So now we need to do a little bit of a spree of all the cars to get rid of their unnecessary materials that are causing issues for other cars. So let's do that, shall we? It's gonna not be the most exciting process, but it also won't be difficult, so that's fine. Right, 120A is first. And we have to go down to where it says SNG stuff and just scroll up until it ends and get rid of all of that. And we have to do this for all of the cars. So yeah, it'll take a bit of time, this one, but it's important that we do this because I didn't realize it was going to cause issues. Off you go. Alright, next up is the 510. Yep, you too. Yep. Womp. And up until there. Great. And next up, this car's not done yet, so it'll be the Avenger, which has it all at the top. So it's above here. It's here. British Nissan Z31. It's not even close to that. The similarities are wedge and optional pop-ups. And I think that's where it ends, my friend. And here comes the Baha. Baha. Hey, think about it this way. At least we're shaving a couple of kilobytes off the file size for the mod by getting rid of all this text. Fucking awesome! Yay! The Bebe. Even though the Bebe does not have like customization in this way, it still has it pasted in anyway. It was all just to minimize any potential issues, and now it's causing issues. Classic. You never could see it coming, but it's fine. It's fine. This is the Guang Guang. I know it's Guang Gong. The Salika is next. Now? Where the hell is it? There it is. Got a lot to get rid of on you too, buddy. Rim, there it is. Oh, how exciting this is, huh? And we did the clan. Oh, the clan actually doesn't have it in the first place, obviously. The DAF is next. So DAF will need it. Definitely 2. All your mentions of sirens and bullshit like that. Yep, cool. These are universal like they're supposed to be. I fucked up before, but no longer. Rah, fuck you. Actually, it halves the file size of the material as well. There really is that much in there, huh? It's still like kilobytes worth, so we're not making mega savings here exactly, but yeah, overall file size for the mod still under a gigabyte right now, so not bad for where we're at, shall we say? Not bad. But yes, good news is the amount of progress we've made recently in the past week alone, since the last stream, which was I guess 2 weeks ago technically. Multiple cars have been finished now, which is good news. Well, except for J-Beams. J-Beams we're not really counting as finished because Tievski's still figuring out the new J-Beam structure we're doing. So once he's figured that out and starts mass applying it to cars, then we're really in the big leagues. We're really counting down to release at that point, which is awesome. Fucking amazing, actually. So I'm looking forward to this being over and finally getting to play it with people after years of working on it and showing it off and going, look how cool our thing is, and people going, yeah, but when can we play with it? And then going, ahaha, yeah, good, funny question, my guy. That's a good question. How's the progress looking on the other yellow marked cars? They've been sort of frozen for a bit. Well, that's actually technically a lie, because the Ducato, Monte Carlo, and Saga are all finished now, and they were marked as yellow. They were the ones that needed the least work, generally speaking. Well, the Saga ended up not being the case, but the Ducato and Monte Carlo were like, really didn't need a lot. The Saga ended up being a big job. This clan here was marked as red, and it's actually been a smaller job than the Saga, so sometimes it's funny, it just works out like that. Like literally, the clan went from 2 years out of date to nearly finished yesterday. And what I'm doing right now is basically finishing it. So, oh yeah, I already removed it from the Europe earlier. So, big gains being made here. 2 seconds, where did I put that? That's fine, whatever. Just checking something there. I'll leave it on this screen. But yeah, the other yellow cars are kind of frozen at the moment, like the Vectra and whatnot. I am not touching those. I kind of want all the red cars gone. There's only going to be 4 left after the clan's done here. Only 4. It's the Dedra, the C210, Exa, and oh fuck, what's the other one? Oh, what is the other one? C210. Exa, Dedra, and the Tatra. The Tatra is the other one. So, yeah, they all need quite a bit of work, but it would be nice to get it out of the way. Oh, this doesn't even have any of them. Huh, interesting. But yeah, it'd be good to get it all out of the way early on, so I don't have to come back to like a major job. At least it'll be like, hey, well, at least that's done, right? So here's hoping. The blue cars, the ones that are marked for remake, that is a bit of an issue right now. The R34, well, Jordan's PC, he's the one who was working on the model. His PC shit itself. The R34 survived. The good news is it made it out, so we didn't lose that. The Primera, well, it actually did get corrupted in a completely separate incident, so that's kind of back to square zero. And then the other ones, the Opala will get finished. It doesn't actually need that much. But while TFC's busy with J-Beam, he's not available to do the modeling work, so not getting a whole lot done on the blue cars right now. But it'd be good to get these cars out of the red at least, because that's some very immediate progress being made to some of our most outdated stuff. But it would be very good to get something like the Vectra and Kangoo out of the way, because their models have been updated for so long, and yet not finished. So it's a real... there's no real reason why they haven't been done yet, other than just we've been working on other cars. So they should probably be prioritized at some point. I mean, at the end of the day, right now is sort of like a big push to try and get as much done as possible while there's some free time about. Because we're coming into the summer months, a lot of things going on, busy times in the real scary, not virtual world. And so working on this every single day isn't as manageable, shall we say. So right now, I have a free week ahead where I have nothing really going on, and it's best I take advantage of that now, which is why I've been pushing out these old cars finished, because I think the weekend after next I'm going to be kind of bogged down for a bit. But you know, here's hoping what I do this week will make up for the lack that I do in the following week. Will the Mega Liner even have any of these materials? I'm thinking not, because why the fuck would it? No, it doesn't. Alright, no bussy. But the Mira, yeah, you could do it. Do you want to take... Here's a fun game for you to play, chat, for all like 3 people probably watching at this point. What do you think... What car in the mods do you think has the worst quality 3D model? So I certainly have some opinions to share on that, but I'd be curious to see what you would assume has the worst quality model. Sponsors for you. Make sure I don't get rid of any materials that actually matter, because that might be a bad thing. The ones Jordan made? Oh, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely up there. Dog shit, man. I mean, have you seen that Puma that he made, that his name's all over, that his name's attached to, that he isn't distancing himself from very well, that he made, by the way? You seen that shit? That's on him, man. What a disasterful gentleman. MX, does MX3 not have that? Oh, we're at the bottom now. Okay, interesting. I don't know why, but sure. Make sure I am highlighting everything. Still got rally texture stuff in here. We don't do rally parts anymore, so out of here. Out of here with that. PC nuking was an act of self-sabotage. It was a calling from the heavens. I'm sure. Steel. Yeah. That's the correct one. Go up from there and off you go. Off with your head. Fuck you. Opala, again, that's out of date. Passat. Where are we? Still at Sirens. Still at Sirens. Roof boxes. Fuck's sake. So many of them, huh? There we are. Why'd you remove the rally stuff? Because, my guy, this was meant to release 6 months ago. Do you really want to give us more work to do? Like, anything we can fucking do to, like, delay this less, you should be rejoicing about. There's still, like, some rally visual customization that we're not going to get rid of, but, my guy, we cannot be doing more and more, like, suspensions and tires and fuck knows what else. We're going to be here forever. My god, there's so much. There. And now the R30 will need to get its nuked. After I finish this, we're gonna have to like close the game and clear cache. before booting it up again, and then these issues should solve themselves with missing textures. I wouldn't mind adding rally stuff back, it's just that we really need less to do right now, so it's easy to just nuke it all. R34 is getting replaced with another R34, so everything there is useless to even go near. But the Roadmaster's certainly good. And the Saab. There. And bang. After the Saab is the Saga, which should be done already, because, yep, did that recently, of course. The Caddy will need it removed. Do love the big Cadillac. That was a good addition. We wanted a 50s car. We needed a 50s car. This was a good call. GMC's out of date. The Sylvia is done, so it needs these nuked from it. These are really out. Huh. There's some very outdated textures in this car. There's no point in removing them because I can't be bothered to go and sift through them one by one, but like, yeah, it was a custom texture for T37s there. We now have like our own like custom wheels with generic names. Like, this is just like, it's trying to read a texture that does not exist anymore. Since it's in front of me, get out of here. There's probably a lot more in here like that. Look, BBS. There's no Sylvia BBS. I'm not going for this whole thing, but there's definitely some outdated textures lying around in here. SU7. Xiaomi. They're adding this thing to Gran Turismo soon. Isn't the interior basically GT4 interiors? Correct. Correct. I mean, look at any photo. You'll be able to see that for yourself. Pretty much. Any screenshot of our cars. There's the Tirana. Be above this. There it is. I'll try, like, I've deleted the wrong material from some random ass car and it's gonna just explode everything now. Fucking better not. Vectra. Will the Vectra have them? I don't think I put them in the Vectra yet. I was working on its materials, so but I haven't, so that's good. Saves me one car. Now the X90 is gonna need it. There's brake, there's the steel wheels. Don't need that. Perfect. And oh, two more. Got the XD. What's so funny? Yep, that's the correct one. Will SimpleNG run in the VM? That's for you to decide. Or find out. And sponsors, brake lights, brake, badge. There, steel. It's done! Holy shit. Fucking hell. Right, 2 seconds, chat. I will close the game, clear the cache, reload it, and hopefully all those issues shall be gone. I'll close Blender as well. Let's see if we can make the game run nice and friendly with us. So I'll just be 1 second. I need to open Task Manager to close it once it finishes, so it doesn't sit and verify files for the next 10 minutes. Can't be bothered dealing with that. There we go, it is done. And now Task Manager that closed. There we go. And I'll reboot the game now. And everyone cross your fucking fingers, because if this still breaks, I might put a screwdriver through someone. Which, by the way, will hurt. That will hurt. Very sore, very painful. A painful hurting sore. I being sent? Okay. Alright, here we go. Reloading. And go back to grid map just. Got a loading screen music and a very, very outdated photo of a car that hasn't been worked on in 2 years. Ugh, just like the clan. But I think that'll take the same amount of work as the clan. It sort of just needs... I think the textures on it are okay. It just needs a couple of little material updates here and there and some customization added, like wheels and stuff like that that we've been doing today. Pretty much just done on that too. And then obviously J-Beam will be on Taevsky's side. But at least I'll be giving him a nice fancy looking car to work with. Really is the same amount of effort as adding a brand new car, because you're just getting a big blob to put textures and materials on and customization. It's exactly the same as if we just added a brand new model in, provided the model is game ready, that is, because you don't count the amount of time it takes to prepare something in Blender also. But let's see. Let's go ahead and change the wheels here to some custom wheels like these and watch it work. Yeah! I told you it'd fix it. Beautiful. Gorgeous. The RSR mesh darts. But they look good in silver too, don't they? Oh. Oh, yeah. I like that. Cool. Wonderful. Excellent. They are working. That's good. Let's get another set of wheels on there just to further prove the point. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. They are gorgeous. And these wheels are pretty as well. This doesn't have all its tuning added yet. It's only got ride height tuning. Can we slam it? Yes, we can. Holy shit, we can! Good God! And it's frozen. There we go. My goodness. We haven't got like wheel offset tuning on this one yet. Get around to that eventually. Nice. And we can load up the clan. How long have you had the skyline now? It's been 5 and a bit years. 5 and a bit years. And if you're asking when I last saw it, probably about 2 years ago. Yeah, it's been in storage for a long time now. Let's have a look at those wheel logos. Oh yes, they're working. Everything's working. It's great. It's excellent. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. Everything works like it should, and I'm over the moon about that. What did I miss? You missed a lot of very boring stuff, but you've arrived at the best part. Me fixing everything and it all working out great. That's the main attraction today, ladies and gentlemen. Cool. And if I open up World Editor out of curiosity, I can check, and yeah, it's reading common, vehicle/common. It's no longer trying to read a random car like it was before. Oh, it's just so much better, so much more organized than before, and the file size will mildly benefit from it also. So, a lot of positives right now. I might actually check out of curiosity. Let me see what the file size for this is. Let's do it. Let's let it zip up in the background. I kind of just want to see what the file size for the mod currently is at. It's obviously we don't have all 60 cars right now. In fact, what do we have? It's 4 across, so 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 times by 4 is 26. Double 26 is 52. There's 52 cars on screen right now. Yeah, there are 3 cars that I had to move out as to not leak them, and then there's 5 more cars to come. So yeah, that checks out. That's 60. Nice. So right now there's 52 cars. Sorry, 50. Is it 52? No, it's 50. Yes, it's 52 cars. So we'll see what the file size is like. Now that we've removed a fuck ton of materials, and I already did a clear out of all like the old rally materials, stuff like that, the stuff that's not being used anymore. as I said earlier. So let's see. It's almost done. Give it just a minute. Tatra. Yeah, Tatra needs a lot of work. Although the model has been worked on. It's not a fantastic model if we're being fully honest, but you know what? It's a funky car, and it's not that bad, so we'll let it away with it. How big are we at? We're at 882 megabytes. 882. That's crazy. Holy shit. Yeah, that's removed a lot. Wow, that was just under a gig before, and now we're at under 900 megs. For 52 cars, I mean, come on, that is good going, right? Let's have a look at the Tatra, shall we? Since we're pretty much done with the clan for this stream. I'm not 100% done with the clan yet. Like I say, I want to add some exhaust modifications and stuff. I think I would... Okay, they've been rounded already, okay. So, yeah, the model's like, it's got some like sharp edges. It's quite low poly. It's very simple. It looks very flat, but it actually isn't real life, to be honest. So, there's some better textures. These look a bit washed out. Like, that reflector there is orange. Like, I don't know what's happening in there. And there's some clipping issues here with this rear trim. It doesn't look right. And these tires, we need to change those textures. They're not bad looking, they're just out of date. Other than that, it's not bad, and it has new parts added to it. You can, for example, oh yeah, shit, I forgot I have to adjust a few things that get wiped every time the cache is cleared. Yeah, there's body customization, front bumper. Yeah, there's like different bumpers were added to it. So I think front end, you can swap the entire front end to this. You got a facelift front, complete transformation. So yeah, I got some stuff to adjust in regards to that. Like this texture's looking a bit weird as well, but it'll take just a little bit. There's some mud flaps. I don't even think you can change the exhaust and stuff on it yet, so yeah, it's just generally out of date. That's a funny horn. Huh, okay, cool. Yeah, these are all, like, you can't even change the wheels or nothing. And then the colors, well, they're certainly working, there's no doubt about that. So don't worry about the Tatra for now. So if I finish the clan for this stream, then what can I do next? Because I can't quite redo deliveries on it yet because it needs re-unwrapped, and that's going to take far too long to do properly for this stream. But I could... Well, I mean, actually, I say that, but it might not. I would need to look at it in Blender. I did close Blender and now I'm about to open it again. I'll take a look. Just need to make it whatever progress I can, really. Today. Okay. So what would this be like to unwrap? I mean, there is a pretty solid line going down the car, but then there's a lot of like there's the front bumper to take into account here too. That could end up being a bit of a hassle, maybe. Hard to say, because that's sort of along the top, and then... Okay, I don't know what the fuck I just did, but that happened. So it'd be like along there, and the bottom... Yeah, no, I don't fancy doing this on stream. It's a little bit of a messy mesh, this one, to be honest. There's one of TFC's earlier models where you use subdivision. We don't bother with subdivision anymore. So it's a little bit messy, but presents okay in game, just kind of hard to work with in Blender. So don't worry too much about that. So I think we'll leave the clan for now. I will do the exhaust upgrades, get it re-unwrapped, get the two-tone livery fixed, and I will reveal it in the server when it is finished. So next up, let's have a look at what's on the list. Dev progress channel. Let's see. So the clan is at the top of there. We have the Vectra, which is mostly like texture work and whatnot. The GMC Sierra is textures. The BeamNG series and the Kangoo are quite an undertaking. I probably shouldn't even put them in yellow, to be honest, but you know, their models are ready. Like I said, the C210 earlier probably wouldn't need a huge amount. I probably could even do the C210 right now if I wanted to. Or the X. Ooh, the Exa might be an interesting one. I might pick up the Exa, you know. It's tempting. Because I can't really do much else at the moment, not on stream. There's a lot of very like heavy jobs. The Exa and the C210 aren't heavy jobs. So I could probably... I'll take a look at it at least and see where we're at with it. There we go. Gorgeous, isn't it? Does it have textures? It does have textures. Are there any good textures? These are looking okay. What about the headlights? It could be better, but like, okay. Obviously, yeah, the liveries are all broken on this one too. Material priority issues here that we're probably never going to solve. It's just the nature of the way Beam works. That's fine. And also, yeah, the broken two-tone. Bit of a broken unwrap here. There's like a weird thin line that isn't being affected by this broken two-tone. The badges in the back are float. Oh, they're meant to be on the sport back. Of course, it literally says sport back, so that has to be. Yeah, these are for the sport back. Okay. So it's not half standard badges? How did that, or they're being applied to the wrong way around? A lot of materials generally need to tidy up, but... Oh, and this mirror doesn't fit very well, does it? That model could be adjusted. And there's a bit of clipping with the interior along this pillar. So there's a bit of tidying up to do generally to the model. This could do some sharp edges or like a weighted normal applied... oh wow, yeah, okay, well, the interior could probably do with being redone entirely because it doesn't really fucking fit, actually, the more I look at it. So that's not ideal. Does it fit elsewhere? Sort of. It's not a snug fit, this interior. It might be better to rip it out and make a new one, to be honest, than whatever's going on here. The wheels they're looking okay. Low poly, but fine. I believe there's different like chins available for this too. Like this isn't the only one. So is there? Okay, yeah, you're permanently a part of this one. Does that mean the chin goes over the top of it? Front bumper. The sport bumper. Oh, okay, it's a different bumper. It's not a chin. It is a whole different bumper. I see. Cool. Okay. Well, that exists. Now if I put the Sportback canopy on... Yeah, those badges are now fitting on there, as they should. Cool, okay. Doable. Rear wing. Okay. Side trim, headlight... Right headlight, where's left? Oh, it's at the top, okay. Confusing. But, oh yeah, paintable two-tone. Okay, so that's just going to be that without the graphics. That can be sorted. Horn. Okay, good to know. It's got the 1984 Bruckle horn. Thanks for calling me a fat ass, you legend. Okay, that's a new one. Yeah, that interior needs refitted. So generally a bit of a tidy up on the interiors needed here. A redo of the materials, probably paint. There's clipping issues on the underside too by the looks of it. Either that or it's just on the rear bumper, which wouldn't be a big deal, but it's weird how that's like that, honestly. Is it like on the front? No, the front one's fine. At least on this bumper. I mean, not saying it actually matches up. The underside might be better off being remade too then. Yeah, there's just loads of clipping with it. I'm not sure how that's come to be. Yeah, like that doesn't line up at all. There's just a big hole there. No. So the under, yeah, there's more holes. Okay, underside and inside need remade on this. So there's a bit of work in it, I'm afraid. A bit more than I maybe thought. Textures aren't looking bad though. These are actually looking okay. Like not too fussed about these. These look decent. Just need to change the material properties a bit, but the actual textures are decent quality. I thought they were going to be really crispy, but they're not. And the headlights are, well, they're okay. They're not the worst in the world. I wouldn't complain. What does that like texture look like? This is in there. I mean, they are a bit crispy, but that's decent quality. So's that, and the reverse one's a bit foggy looking, but these are okay. They're low quality, but they are clearly, it doesn't matter when they're behind a mask. You don't notice it that much, so yeah, I guess that's fine. Okay, so there's a little bit of cleanup needed there. Let me look at the C210. Let me assess this one. See if it needs more or less than that. There's a weird texture here that probably could just do away with. These headlights aren't great quality, but they're just circular textures. I can steal them off like another car. These are really crispy too, but again, could take this off another car, no problem. In fact, the Saga even. Or the front of the Irish Clan has similar looking indicators. These taillights are a bit pink looking, but I think the texture itself can be saved alright. They're not too bad, a little like low quality, but I think a normal map on them and change the material property would probably do it okay. This rear panel should be fine. It's an unusual like black plastic with like a light bit in here, but with a bit of noise on it. That's not too bad. Exhausts can be done, no bother at all as well. And this badge, I'm not sure if it's meant to be fully chrome. I think it's meant to be red in there or something, but yeah, you know, not the worst in the world. That's fine. Interior is matching up fine. There's no holes in it, at least, unlike the Exa. And I believe underneath will be the same story. Yep, there's no holes on this at all. It's all matching up well. This is in a better shape than the Exa is. There's no doubt about that. Just some low quality textures, but not bad. Really okay, honestly. No complaints from me. These wheels are cool too. These are just factory standard wheels. I think this livery may not be paintable, which is a shame because it really should be. Oh, maybe it is. I think it is. Okay, this thing's ahead of itself. This is good. What about the UV? There's some funny stuff going on inside of the front doors, but largely it's not bad. A mild cleanup could probably take it far. Is there stuff in the front doors? Yes, there is. That can be gutted out of it. There's front door and okay, yeah. There's just doors, wells in general. That's not needed because the doors don't open because, you know, that's the simple part of this, right? It's the simple part. Yeah, this one's going to take a lot less work. Good to know, I guess. We saw the Tatra earlier. It sort of, it's in a weird spot, but I think the skyline could go places. These are the lights. Definitely not a terrible texture, but these ones are not the best. And whatever the hell this is, this crispy motherfucker. So that could be improved upon. Some very old textures here. I can bin off most of this, honestly. Just like, get out, get out, get out. Out of here. Off you go. Bye-bye. Bye. And that can go to Advan. What's that? Never heard of it. We don't do branded wheels. We don't have brake discs in cars anymore. Off you go. That type of shit. This is not the tire textures we use anymore. What the fuck's this nut for? Why is there a nut? Can we discuss that? Where the fuck's the nut? It's not on the number plate. Those are screws. Where's the nut? Let's play a game of find the nut, boys. Nut hunting in SimpleNG, dead right. I don't see any goddamn nuts around here. Bit of a hole in the top there needs plugged. We're plugging things and nutting in them. Fucking hell. No, not my tire texture. Why are you still working? I've deleted you too. I don't know where the fuck that nut's supposed to be. Okay, well we're getting rid of the nut because I don't know what that was for. Standard wheel logo stays, and these lights are for let's do a little swoop around here and I'll show you. Again, very outdated, but front end. Haha! Yeah! Look at that monster right there, baby! Yeah, cool beans, right? What a machine. There is an intercooler, but I've just deleted the textures for it. We'll probably get rid of that. Revit. It's probably quite quiet. Exhaust. Rear spoiler. Oh yeah, there's spoilers. What, hold on, Bose Suzuki rear spoiler? What's that? We could model that probably better, to be honest. That's really old as well. Okay. We've a lot of Bose Suzuki stuff for the R30 that'll probably get carried over to this, because this and the R30, they're the same car. Let's be fully honest with ourselves here. But, you know. Just a triangle. Yeah, the R30 has proper Bose Suzuki stuff, so we'll probably just share parts between these cars because they share sounds and engines and largely their J-beams and so much else. I remember this chin spoiler was really broken before. I must have fixed it at some point. The model doesn't look too bad now. There's a bit of a rough edge there where the shading breaks, but other than that, not bad. Oh, there you go. There's the tire broken. So got rid of unnecessary materials there. That's a good thing, but does mean they're gonna need replaced. These are old, so the UV's already been changed. Well, they can probably be deleted then, since we already have these. Although the UV might change again, I'm not 100% certain on that. But this is getting rid of more file size, which is great. It's good news, very good news indeed. And then the plate can stay how it is. That texture shouldn't be of any concern or any bother. Right. So I think we probably could go ahead and start work on this if we wanted to. I might go ahead and do the tires, some like basic stuff just to get us like kick-started, because it's always difficult to know where to start because it's missing customization, needs new textures, materials need updated, all of that stuff. You don't really know where to start, but I think the easiest place to start would just be to get those fucking tires on. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up the clan real quick because it has the tire textures that we need, which is this. Plop it in here and then get the tire material. That is not how you spell tire, not in the slightest. There we go. And drop you over here. Yeah, look, there's the oil cooler stuff. I'm going to get rid of that because there's no need for that many materials and textures just for one oil cooler customization. It is unnecessary. It's going too far. Clan tire. Yeah, I'm going to change that to a C210 tire. Thank you. I'm a bit late. What did I miss? We finished the clan. Well, finished in quotations. As far as we're willing to go with on stream, that is. So we're just starting another car here. This is the clan if you don't know. I don't blame you for not knowing what this is. But we finished it. He's got his wheels. He's got his nice materials. He's all looking good. Whereas now it is time to put some new tires onto you. I will probably... What's the sort of sidewall? I'll probably just use the clan's actual tire model here, to be honest. They're quite narrow. So I need to check if I have an old Blender file for this skyline. Because if I do, that would be handy. If not, I'm going to have to just import it raw and hope nothing breaks. What brand is the clan? Clan. That's what it is. Hope that satisfies you. Give me just a second. I'm just gonna nuke. Actually, could I? Hold on a minute, chat. I'm just figuring out what to do here. So we have. I've just imported it raw because I think that's the best shot we have of working with this successfully. Oh, there we go. Everything actually loaded. I'm amazed. All these like sponsored stuff really need to go. I need to do them fresh. Same with the arrow. I think I'm going to go ahead and just nuke all of that and do it fresh. It's for the best. So it does have the crazy exhaust. This one's called Cube. So this is like an up-to-date intercooler. I might be able to get away with not needing to add textures to it if it fits properly, but these pipes are going through the bumper currently. So I'm not sure about that. What brand is your Nissan? Toyota. I don't know where to keep this, or because I could repurpose it, of course. I'll maybe just hide it for now and come back to it. I might keep it because it suits the whole Bozuzoku thing, but you know, there's the tire. That's the main thing we need right now. So I'm gonna head and add rims collection to put. Okay, there's a second tire that needs to go there and wheels to go with it. And now we need this rim here, C2. So we need C210 rim 1, as we'll call it. I believe there's more. There's Advan rim here. That will be rim 2. It's a good looking rim, this. Look at this. It's cool. But it's not going to be Advan branded for much longer. No thank you. So that's the tire. Spoiler. We'll not worry about this stuff for now, I don't think. Splitter. Oh, there's a big splitter. Rear chrome. I think, yeah, there's a chrome rear end option. And then the black one. Plates. We need to separate the plates. We used to not really bother with that, but since we added vanilla beam plates, they have to be separated from each other. So the rear plates, now we'll do plates R and plates, plate F. Mirrors. There are bigger mirrors here. I will get rid of those because we have a better model for them now. On the R30, I'll probably put those on. So I'll keep these mirrors as they are. The front... standard front, and this is the Bozuzoku front, so I'll put front Bozo. Call it the Bozo for now, yeah, that'll do. And the standard exhaust is there, so that will be fine. Can I, any unused materials? No. Chrome, where's the glass? There it is. Get rid of that sparkly little effect it has. No need for that nonsense around here. I believe this should have... Could it also go between the headlights with the intercooler? I mean, yeah. But I think the whole like Bozuzoku look is to have it like hanging off the front of the car. It's deliberately impractical. It does have headlight or light insides, which is important. I didn't used to have them everywhere, so that's good that it has them now. Can we hide? No, I want to hide you. And check these ones, please. Yep, insides on those two. I fear these bumper ones might not have anything, which means I'd have to make them. Oh, they do. Wonderful. Thank fuck. Okay. What about these? Anything inside these? Yes! Good. Good, that means they can all be transparent and that doesn't give us any bothers. Thank goodness, okay. Good, 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 good. Can you make it shine? Oh. Any, like, bad reflections we can spot? It's looking pretty decent. Not seeing any obvious warps. I mean, a little bit at the bottom of the door there. There's something funny going on. But there's nothing really a lot we can do there other than reverse the triangulation, I guess. But, like, can I be bothered to do that? No. No, not really. But I guess that would probably be the solution to that. And a little bit going on at the back with this oh, wow. What, you not, like, merged to anything? That... Oh, this car does not... Oh. Okay, that's dangerous. Oh, my goodness gracious. Okay, this is a car we do not want to touch, chaps. This is one of those things that whenever we remove a car from SimpleNG, you might think, well, why would you do that? Why would you remove it? That wouldn't make any sense. This is like one of the things that would normally cause that. We actually, like this model, if I touch this thing, like if I go to edit it at all, it'll probably fucking explode. It'll probably get very unhappy. Like, what happens if I try? Yeah. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah. So, oh my god. So if I apply a weighted normal to this, which would normally fix some sort of reflection-related issues or shading, it actually turns the whole car into some indie dev's project. And by that I don't mean bad, I just mean stylistically it's less than realistic. Give me 1 second, I'm just gonna go and save this in my folder here just to hold on to it. C210 new. Gives it a minute to load. There we go. Yeah, that's kind of wild, because if I go ahead and were to try and smooth shade this, it does nothing. And if I were to try and merge it, yeah, it gets really ugly. Yeah, look around the arches, look at those. Yeah, yeah, like I say, this would be one of the key things that would make us say, nope, fuck that car's getting removed. That can't be bothered to work with that, that's a pain. But this car shouldn't, I'm praying, shouldn't need any intensive work to where that's going to be a problem. Like I say, it would normally be an issue. I think it will be fine in this case. We shouldn't need to get rid of this car. It's usually that's caused by something pretty simple. It might just be made. This model might be made in a different software. That's pretty much it. And then Blender has a meltdown trying to understand it. That's pretty much all it comes down to sometimes. But that does cause issues for us quite often if we're using other people's 3D models, which of course this is. Because if it was made by us, it would be made in Blender and therefore pose no issues. The best thing I can do is try and mend what there is, so that we can get the best result possible from what we have. But because none of this is merged, that's what's crazy about it. So if I wanted to select a bunch of things in Blender, I have to hit Control and plus, and it would highlight everything. That would not work on this model. It would not work at all. So something to think about right there. Look around the inside of this as well. Oops. Even then, like, it's not really highlighting everything correctly. That's concerning. I'm only just noticing that. But the underside should be a little bit better now. Yeah, it's not quite as bad as it was. I mean, this is like a big dark void anyway, so it's not as important. But the bodywork would be lot worse, but I can rejoin it together without anything breaking. That's what matters. Because if it breaks, we're in trouble. So gotta be fucking careful with this, man. Since you're talking about Blender, how did you learn it? I haven't. Let's see, my 3,000 hours. I've just ticked over to 3,000 hours. I don't fucking know how to use this shit. I don't know. I know how to pull things apart and make basic shapes. There you go. That's my expertise. I might just actually spend some time just tidying up this model, to be honest. I'm kind of in the mood to do that at this point, because I'm just seeing how much of a mess some bits of it are, which makes me want to go, let's take our time to make it as non-messy as possible. That's kind of where my brain's at right now. So I'm gonna undo all these so we can go and access the insides of these lights, like so, and make their own material. It's gonna be C210 light insides. I'll drag this down so it's not being blocked by chat. Planning to add more wheels to what? To this car in specific? Of course. To the mod? Not really. We've got other priorities for now. 3k hours to learn that. How steep's the learning curve? That's not me spending 3,000 hours dedicated to becoming a master modeler, by the way. That's 3,000 hours of me going, what the fuck am I doing? And then just about scraping by while working on BeamNG mods. If you want to become a 3D modeler, you can learn a lot less fucking hours than that. But it's still a steep curve. You're not going to become an expert overnight. Yeah, I think TFC's work's getting better and better. I was working on the clan earlier, and I was telling you how TFC made it. That's one of his earlier works, and I was working on it last night thinking, wow, this actually kind of sucks. Because stuff he made, like, yesterday is so much better. So you improve with time, right? He actually needs to learn it. You can watch YouTube tutorials for very niche things you need to do. Exactly, bro. I don't remember keyboard shortcuts. I'll Google it. I'll Google the same keyboard shortcut 20 times because I keep forgetting. Like, that's just my experience of this software, and it's the way it's going to be forever. Thank you. This should be light insides too. And hopefully, I mean, the reflections are terrible, but that's not really a big deal whenever it's going to be covered anyway. Assuming it's like coding, where it basically gets easier the more you learn it. Well, that is correct, but also practice makes perfect, really. You're just going to make a bunch of things and they're gonna suck until one day it kind of doesn't suck, and then you're never gonna go back to your old ways again. You're gonna continue not sucking, right? Logical. Let's get rid of the chrome backing here. I just need this right now. So the red is on top of the, God, this is a bit confusing, this one. The red is on top of this, so this has to be chrome, I think that sounds right. So this would be, God, it's a weird one. I guess I'll just do it now and find out the hard way if I'm wrong. Right? Lights insides there, and then yeah, okay, that was correct. That was correct. This back panel actually has a texture to it. I should probably make this a unique texture. So C210 plastic alt. Plastic alt, and then let me just do this real quick. Gonna find the texture for it. Where the hell is it? Got it. Cool. I'm hesitant to show my folders in case there's any like stuff to leak. Why are you playing a lullaby song? I'm intense right now. Right, let's do some chrome. Make it look a little fancier. I like to make it look right, at least in Blender, even though it's not useful for being in game. Just want to see that the car is looking correct, you know? Because then I'll know if there's any materials wrong anywhere if the car doesn't look right. So there's some chrome materials on. This plate, does this belong to this car, or is it from somewhere else? Oh, it's definitely from somewhere else, because that is working with the weighted normal, unlike the car does. Just noticed there's actually a little mistake here. I could have sworn I remember fixing this one day, but I guess I never did. So let's just grab those and pull them out a bit, since you're a little unhappy with where you're at currently. There you go. Be free, little buttons. Whatever the hell you are now free. Yeah. Leave that alone there. Is the front plate like that by any chance? No, front plates are fine. I don't know what happened there. But put a weighted normal on that too. Okay. Rear black and rear chrome is entirely chrome. But I can go ahead and actually highlight the body and then that. And now we can do the same again to this one. That's fine, at least we know that's what we're supposed to do. There you go, I can control plus, that's interesting actually, because these are obviously, these insides have been made by us, these are modeled by, I think Jordan did this. So I was able to hold control plus and select the inside of the lights, but again, if I were to go to the body of the car and do it, nothing happens. So that's why we're in trouble here. That's why you get these like faded lines around the outside. They're not connected together. And if I were to connect them together, where do you see? Oh, it didn't actually break anything. But it will in some places. Yeah, there you go. Good example of it there. You're like, oh, okay, let me just connect these together. And then some, okay, it just seems to fucking work and then doesn't work. Oh, okay, fine. It's probably because I connected the underside bit here. I think if you, does control plus make things easier? Well, just selecting things it does. Like, look at that. I can select one triangle, control and plus it'll select everything. So if I wanted to make this bumper plastic, I'll go and like select plastic. But yeah, the body doesn't want to. It actually looks like I can connect like flat surfaces in the body, no problem. But yeah, when it comes to places like the wheel arches and stuff, it is exploding, and then weighted normal does not help it at all. So it's savable really the way it is, but it's not perfect. So these are plastic. Let's make them look plastic at least, so that the car just looks right. And then we'll know where all the issues are. Yeah, you're just chrome. Okay, that's fine. I think. Unhide these. Do you know what? Fuck it. Let's have a look at what these would look like, because these are the tail lights. We can make them look nice and shiny real quick, so that they can actually resemble the tail lights they're supposed to resemble. Even though it's not the best texture in the world, it's not that bad. Can we blended? Yeah, now you can see the light inside there, so we'll do that. Copy that and put it onto stuff like this. And see how they look with the same settings on. So we've got the reverse light also. Yep. Okay. Turn the transparency overlap off on this stuff, which I probably should have done when I was looking at the EXA. Okay, that's all fine. The plate is white right now. Give me a second and I'll load that texture. There's a couple of textures just didn't want to open with the car for whatever reason, but that's not a big deal. Let me see if there's anything else I can load while I'm tabbed out. No, I think everything else is fine. Yummy plastic. Do you like eating plastic? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Does it at least taste good? Yeah, fill me in on the details. This is supposed to be the alt plastic, because there's a badge. There it is. Look at that. A badge. Huzzah. I should probably actually make this separated, because I think this should probably be plastic, and then C210 badge, make it its own thing. The general one, there you go. Okay, and then we can make that shining. Wonderful. Okay. And now the headlights. I do want to change these textures, but I'll go ahead and do what I'm supposed to do to them, which would be something like this. 9.5 we'll go, and we'll make them 0.7 there, and we'll do that to the other headlights too, like so. Even though those ones are weirdly dark looking, aren't they? I can make them brighter, but they're not very happy about it. So I do think those textures just need changed, but that's not a huge deal. I only have a big problem with time between me learning the 3D model. That is the source of all evil, isn't it? That's how it goes, my brother. But hang on, you got it. I think these plates are meant to be 3.5 and then 0.95. At least that's what they are in BeamNG. Blender's gonna display that shit differently, but you know. Is this marked as tail light? No, there we go. It was just freaking out. Okay, so you are correct. Nice. So I guess that's technically set up correctly. This plastic might be better off slightly shinier than that, and we can bump this up and raise this to 25. There we go. And then the underside here that we were touching earlier, that has to be full U, and then there should be a is there a void for the interior? Yes, there is. Okay, it's not that old where that's missing. That's fine. Cool. So now we're looking a bit more like it. Find time to do shit sucks. Bro, you're so fucking real, man. I'm feeling like time going faster and faster constantly right now, especially trying to finish this shit. You know, delays more and more and more, and yet everyone waiting. So we're like, I've been waiting for this for a year and a half now, and I'm sitting here thinking, fuck, is it, like, really? Has it been that long? Oh wow, is there like... There's like something funny happening with this badge. What the hell? Now there's something wrong here. What is happening when I... On that... What? No, that's crazy, bro. What? Part of this badge is being stolen by the rear. Now that is a mistake if ever I've seen one. Holy shit. There's something that I've done 2 years ago and only found out about it now. Fucking hell, man. These badges probably should be separated from the car right about now, I would say. And then we'll sort this. Look at me, fixing mistakes I did years ago. I should delete my YouTube channel next. That'll help continue the trend. Let's call these badges. Badges. And then Chrome can attach to badges like so. That is definitely a weird one. I don't think it's broken, like the shading or anything like that. But yeah, look at that. They're not connected at all anymore. I think I can probably just do this, and nope, that broke stuff. That's incredible. Wow. I don't think I need to do anything. It's probably unnoticeable enough anyway. But damn, that was a mistake. It's happening on both sides. No, we're okay. Don't worry about it. This side's fine. Right, so those badges can be separated from the car now. That's okay. The chrome rear end is still looking fine. I think this... Are you meant to be chrome in the middle? I think you are. You're like a lock. Chrome. I think. Maybe not. I don't know. You're confusing. I need to look at some photos of the real car. What if I put the alt one on? No, not exhaust. Plastic. Is there a keyhole? Yes, there is. There we go. Right. Okay. It's meant to be a keyhole. I'll highlight the whole thing then. Knew it wasn't right. Okay. And that's just on that rear. Yeah, okay, cool. Can't wait to rally the Yaris. Yeah, the Yaris did have rally parts for it, but obviously they're gone now, so. But you certainly, it doesn't stop you from rallying it if you so please. These exhausts are so fucking distracting, man. Good grief. I'm gonna hide them for now. And look at you. You have a secondary exhaust material going on for that thing. I think that's probably fine the way it is, though, to be honest. What else could there be rescued on this car that might need it? Door handles are fine. These are not fine. These are definitely not fine. I can tell that these are supposed to be like the rear locks too. So, where's the alt texture? There they are. Yep. Knew it. Little small mistakes that you just don't pick up on until you're going out of your way to find them, and then they reveal themselves to you. Window trim's all chrome and fine. What's this stuff? This is all plastic too? Is this supposed to have any like special meaning to it? No, it just has like a noise texture. There's no real need for that then. And the wipers are probably the same deal. They're not chrome wipers. And are they meant to be chrome? I don't know. It's kind of the right age for it, but who knows? And same with this trim here. It's plastic. I can only assume it's meant to be, because I don't know otherwise. There's some business going on in here. Oh, this is called engine, really? Oh, I don't approve of that. That is not happening on my watch. You're going to be called void, and this, that's all plastic. Oh no! Oh no! No 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 no! No approval, not approval for evolvable strong collarbondulance. That's not getting approval from me, so it's not. All of that, please. Can you request a color? We only do factory colors on cars, if that's what you mean. At the end of the day, people can make their own colors, but we just recreate to the closest ability we can factory colors, which might be more fun of an activity to do right now than this, as far as like stream goes. But you know, I'm hooked on this car now. I've seen all these issues, and all I want to do is fix them. So I'm locked in. I'm no Blender expert, and if you are a Blender expert watching this, you'll be like, this guy sucks. Fuck this guy. But I want to fix what's wrong. I want to do it, motherfucker. I'm here. I'm in this shit to win this shit. There's little bits and pieces here and there that weirdly are not. I'm part of this. So, okay, all of this becomes void, right? Let's hide that now. What else needs done that's in the front of the car? All this is plastic because it belongs to that. What are these bits at the side? These definitely look like they need to be a void material. Ah, and all of you, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Oh. It's just sticking out on both sides, huh? Okay, cool. That's fine, fuck you. Out of here. Void, assign, gone. There is some stuff sticking out the top of this. That's like, strange, but I guess it's technically a part of the plastic, so that's fine. It works. If it works, that's how I see it, done professionally or not. Yeah, I know. If it works, it works. Literally. Can't really complain. There's more efficient ways of doing X, Y, and Z. I know that. I know that I'm not good at Blender, but if the final result is what I was looking for, then why the long face? There we go. filled in the insides. There probably used to be like engine textures and stuff, but they've all been long gone. Speaking of which, actually, I'd like to see if there's anything behind this bumper visually. Oh, the edge of the light inside actually needs to not be done like that. Oh, there's an inside mask to the bumper. I didn't even realize. Oh, well, that's gonna have to be. Well, actually, you know what? The plastic's probably fine for that. Because you can probably see it. Whereas the void's more sort of for holes that you don't directly see. Yeah, I guess you could technically bumper delete this car in SimpleNG if you wanted to, but it's not gonna be pretty. That's what I was sort of checking for. If I can get rid of these little strips here. Nope, not conveniently, of course. Oh, well, maybe I can. I just kind of want to see if a theoretical bumper delete option is possible. Because I like giving people the flexibility to do what they want. But oh, there's some stuff floating here, and I keep missing it. There we go. Thank you. Yeah, you're not really going to be able to bumper delete that just because... And actually, do you know what? The model inside here looks really messy, like this paint, but you don't normally see that, so yeah, no bumper deletes for the Skyline. Not going to any extent to clean that mess up just for that. But there you go. Or I could... Nah, I'll leave it. Okay. Is the extra splitter model any good? I guess it's fine. Bit weirdly mounted, bit like a rough job, but it'll do, you know. I remember this one had some like dodgy shading around the top here. I just want to check, is that... Oh yeah, it's fully merged. I'll probably just leave it, to be honest. It'll do. Just take the splitter, just take all these little customization bits off and just look at it as a raw car for what it is. Not looking bad, really. It's not the best model in the world. I mean, you can see for yourself it's quite low poly. Like, there's 2 triangles here making up the door. Or, there's 4, whatever. But, it's decent. It's just, it's not super high quality. But it's good whenever the whole purpose of the mod is to be all, like, easy to run and small file size, things like that. It helps. All of that helps. So a couple of little upgrades there, no doubt about that. I think we'll go get the tire off the clan now, since that's still open here. We need this tire model in specific because it has the right textures and all on it. Saves me having to re-unwrap it, so that's always welcome. This tire now, these are for 12-inch rims, so we're gonna have to like adjust it to fit the 14s they'll be on this. It'll be 14-inch.
The J.
The J, indeed. Thank you, my friend. How are you doing, Red Hoodie? I hope you're keeping well, my friend. Good to hear from you. Very good. Hope you're Jing along at home. Whatever the fuck it means. I hope you're doing it. So this needs to go back to about here-ish, and then at the back it is slightly too wide, which is, I was gonna say, quite surprising, but I did just scale it up, so I guess that's why. And it needs to go back to about there-ish. Slightly more stretched, this tire, than the original we had on. Just has to roughly fit, and then I'll like adjust it from there, but yeah, center that a bit. Alright, original tire can go bye-bye now. Bonk. There it goes. Now, C210 tire. Can't watch a lot of streams because of work, but otherwise good. Hey, man, get out there and get that bag, alright? You do that, and I'll join you soon. I'm sort of just gonna... I'm planning to sort of enjoy my summer, really, and then go out into the big bad world and get a job. But yeah, I might as well... Got my new car now, I've got some summer plans ahead, might as well enjoy myself for the last remaining moments of my life's freedom before I go into the big bad work. There we go, let's adjust that to fit here. A little bit too big of a circle there. This is proportional editing, where just like adjust things around it as well as what you've directly highlighted. Don't know how to better explain that, but it allows me to do what I need to do right now. And that's to just fit this tire over the stock wheel, which means it should roughly be where the old tire was. Round about there will do, and then on the back we'll fit this as we see fit also. In fact, actually, that is stretched a little too much on the back, I would say, considering its size. Let's bring that in, and then we can highlight it and fit it over there, which this looks about good there. Okay. And now that wheel's gonna need done the same way I forgot to do with the clan at first, which is actually to get rid of this back face completely. Oh shit, not like that. Don't do that. There. And now I grab this, bring it back to here, do that, make it a void, and now I grab it again, E, bring it out. Oh, actually no, I realized I just fucked that up. There. And this bit has to be... Okay. Come on, there we go. There. And then we can go ahead and do this. Bang. Perfect, beautiful. And good. Face orientation now on. Oh my god, why are you not playing ball? There we go. Lovely. Lovely. Looking good. Now let's fit that to the tire. There. Alright. Nice. Looking good. Apply the transformations there. Now the steel wheel, make that shine a little bit. Uh, 0.95. Wheel logo. I assume that's the standard one. Can only assume anyway. But that's what it's supposed to look like. Alright, cool. Nice. I should probably check if there's anything inside out on this. No, there's not. When you go inside, it'll be a big red nightmare. Oh my goodness, my eyes are burning out. Although we do have to do something about these doors because they are. I really hope it's not going to break anything. Time to find out. Time to find out. Oh shit! Wait, I can't control and plus it. See, now this is where control plus, not having control plus, is a bit of a pain in the ass. So I would like to highlight all of this in one go, but I don't have that option right now, so I'm gonna have to do it by hand and hope I don't miss anything. Oh my goodness, there's quite a bit here. What's the reason the tires are purple? That's the normal map. So this is, I'll bring it up. This is the texture, which is purple. And you see each and every single edge and outline has been, is being defined by a certain color to tell you what sort of illusion, it's giving you an illusion of depth. This looks three-dimensional, but it's a flat, obviously it's a flat image. So while, if I go into this view, you can see this is a completely smooth object. There's nothing modeled into it. But the tread pattern, I'll go ahead and spawn the clan real quick. The tread pattern is a complete illusion in the tire texture. There you go. So it looks like it has a pattern cut into it, but it's not cut into anything. In fact, I can go ahead and I can find the, where is it? Tire. There you go. So this is the... So I can put strength down to 0, 0.1, 2, 3, 4. We can turn up to like 5, which it gets a bit crispy at that point. But you can adjust how strong. Look at that, we've got no tread. We would fail any annual inspection like this, but this, no problem. So that's what that's all about. It's purple just to paint an illusion on the tires in texture form. And right here, this one says no all over it because it doesn't exist currently. Which is what we're currently working on. So there you go. Clan Rev. Fine. I'll respawn it. Since you like to distract me oh so much. There you go, you're welcome. He's pretty fruity. Okie dokie. So the tires should be on now. I think that's a success. C210 tires, C210 tires, the texture name. I'll need to go into the C210 and change. These need to go actually. Just front and rear. C210 tire, and then rim 1 should be accurate. These are all like, this is all like really ancient automation J-beam. This is like so different now, but we'll do it for the sake of just making it visually work right now. And TFC will be changing, like it says camshaft software. TFC will drastically be changing this when he gets his hand on this car in the future, but for now, oh shit, rim 1, not just rim. We should be able to see it all work. This is basically, in its current form, it is so out of date, it might as well be a automation mesh slap, honestly. It is that out of date. Alright, well, the tire still did not work. I don't know how. Oh, it's what? It's capital letters? It shouldn't be, but okay. Sure thing, man. Do it on the front and rear. Okay. I guess it, yeah, I didn't apply transformations to it. Okie dokie, let's just try that again. Yay, there you go. There's the tire texture you were seeing on the clan just a second ago. It is now transported over onto the C210. There's a couple of little broken bits now because we changed that. I believe I made a texture called badge, so I need to go to the... Do I have 2 open here? I do. Don't need that. This should be the plastic. Copy that. This will all get detailed later on. Just need it all working for now. I think it's just called badge. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Oh. Huh. Yeah, okay, no, that's not the only thing I need to do. Forgot. A plastic alt also. Plastic alt. And watch the magic happen, baby. There we go. Cool. We're missing the plates now, but that's because I separated them so I can plate. I'll do that another time. Forget about that. Alright. So, and yeah, look, there's that fucking floating piece. What the fuck? Why is it still there? Oh, I think I know why. I think I know why it's still there. If I hide this, It is still there because it's part of this. Yep, off you go. Bye bye. Right. See, I'm noticing all the little like mistakes and little things here and there that are all getting cleaned out. So it's good to spot these things in advance, so we don't have to worry about them. Cool. And we don't have to worry about the clan for now either, I would say. We can probably close that and be fine. Yep, okay, so that's that gone. There's no, the badges are missing now, but they'll get written in separately. So, okay. That's not too bad then. At least we've got the tires on for now. A little bit of progress made on this car, which again has not had progress made in a ridiculously long amount of time. I only just discovered this channel. What happened to the other one? Well, what is the other one? Because as far as streaming goes, this is the only live channel I've had on YouTube. It used to be my Clips channel. That got repurposed many years ago. And then before this I streamed on Twitch, so... It's not made for this at all. This like suspension J-beams are so out of date on this. And bonk. And it'll probably still take damage. Oh no, it doesn't take damage. Okay, well at least that... It's not that out of date at least, I guess. The clan, I think, if you crash it still takes damage. So the body's not like a automation-y J-beam. It's actually been changed. But the a lot of the mechanical stuff is, so yeah, it just needs a lot of work, this one. But I think it's best that I finish up the clan for now, so there's a couple little customization parts to do to that, and that's probably that wrapped up, to be honest. But this will need, hey, there you go, definitely invincible then. That confirms that fairly conclusively. Thank you. And the driving model's quite out of date. It's not a lot of body roll and stuff. It's a bit stiff, a bit too much grip in the tires. But at least visually the tires are now as they should be. So this should be a treat to work on. I don't think I'll have any issues other than the before mentioned body stuff. So, well, I think that's probably that'll probably do it for today's stream. I'll probably continue with some stuff off stream on the clan, some more like intensive work that's a bit harder to sit and talk while doing. But we got the wheel customization on it done, which was a big step forward. There is other bits of customization still to do to it, but it's pretty dreary. It's boring stuff. Just like putting stickers all over it. But it is getting a bit late now, so I'll probably just wrap it up here. And I will see you next weekend for like a normal stream. We'll be back on Funky Finds most likely there, unless there's any unforeseen circumstances that prevent that from happening, but never know. But yeah, pretty much just need to be flat out working on this for the rest of the week at this point. Just get as much of it done as possible to see if we can get this sodding thing released after all this time. So yeah, I shall see you guys later. Goodbye. Thank you for coming and just listening to me waffle for a couple of hours. That was fine. It's always good to get some work done regardless, so goodbye, adios, good night, whatever. And as the music conveniently fades out. Who would have thought?